What's up, party people? This is the Who Asked You podcast. I'm your host, Studi Too Groovy, with my wonderful co-host, Kiki Akhenaten, a.k.a. Kim Vogue. And I want to introduce a very, very, very special guest, young Pharaoh in the building. What's up, YP? How y'all feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I'm honored to be here. I want to get away from using that word blessed, because we know it means sprinkle blood. So
right.
I want to say I'm honored to be here. I'm ascended to be here.
Yeah.
Special shout out to Kim. I love what y'all got going on this platform. I look forward to not only this time, but definitely coming back. As I always tell anybody that watches any platform that I'm on, you know, whether you follow me or not, whether this just happened to come up in your recommended, click that subscribe button. Support the people that's out here grinding and you know, being dependent, such as ourselves. I always tell people, if you don't really care about the channel, don't hit the notification bell. You won't even remember that you subscribe. But definitely hit that subscribe button. Give people that support, because you know, you have no problem supporting people who don't support you. You support Gucci, you support Christmas, you know, you support all of this other crap. You can support people that's waking up every day and grinding to give you a healthy alternative thought outside of what we're being forced to believe. And so, you know, hit that subscribe button, show this channel some support. I'm going to be on here, you know, as many times as we can make it work. And here I am.
Appreciate that so much. Support is a big thing, especially when you are Black and you are a business. You have to have support of your people, or where you going to go? You're only going to be filling the pockets of others. So I appreciate that. Kim, how you feel tonight before we get started?
All right. Well, I'm a little stoned, not gonna lie, so I'm pretty high vibrational.
There you go.
I had to charge this one right here, so I feel very good tonight.
Hey, that's amazing. So tonight we are going to get into the mass hysteria. Everybody knows what's going on. This coronavirus, all this spookiness going on. I want to present some articles first, showing what's the end goal with mass hysteria, and then we're going to go into what mass hysteria is and the steps that it takes to get everybody there. So I'm going to share my screen. 1 second. Okay. So as you can see, coronavirus vaccine test opens with first doses. For one, how do they have a vaccine already? The coronavirus, didn't they just rename it COVID-19? So then it's a new strain. It's not the novel anymore, if I'm not mistaken. How did they just come up with a new vaccine?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I'm actually gonna go in on this. I'm gonna do a short lecture as well, you know, on top of what we're doing. But, you know, the reason I haven't just jumped on it immediately, because people say, Pharaoh, when you going to talk about the coronavirus or the COVID, whatever, blah, blah, blah. My thing is, I know that fear is how you get people to submit their rights, because they think that they are, you know, entrusting the government to protect them. And so I know that this is definitely a fear propaganda. And by me knowing that, I don't want to aid in the fear propaganda by you know, furthermore spreading fear. So it's not that I'm ignoring the topic, or I'm afraid that, you know, I'm afraid to address the topic, but, you know, I don't want to do these people a job for them. And when it comes to this particular strand, you know, I have the patent number, I have all of the information you need on, you know, this particular virus.
Yeah.
What you need to understand is that this virus is created by the people that say they're here to protect you. This is not some virus that came out of nature and we don't really know where the phenomena stems from. You know, this is another episode of the government playing with the citizens of its own nation.
Right.
So, you know, what we really need to look into is, because a lot of people saying, oh, you know, these celebrities is catching it. You know, you all should, if you're familiar with me, you should be familiar with Freemasonry by now. These people be playing a role, you know. So you know, my personal research, you know, most of these celebrities are just saying what they being told by their lodge or their handlers to say. Like, for example, Tom Hanks. Now magically he got the coronavirus. Now, what's funny about him having the coronavirus is we can't really confirm if he had the coronavirus. I don't know where he's at now, but at the time where he said he had it, he wasn't even in America.
Right.
You really got a corona, we can't pull up on you and test you. And then for two, the Simpsons already said, I believe in 2007, that Tom Hanks will come out and say he had a sickness. So this is nothing more than what we call the world stage. And, you know, people don't educate themselves. So when things like this pop up, they can tell you whatever on the news and you'll react hysterically and fearfully like they want. Because, yeah, it's only two ways. And people might say, you know, well, why is this important? I did a lecture called The Secrets to the Occult, where I broke down how the presidency is based upon the turret cards and the playing card deck. And the last card in the deck, I mean, you know, the last card in the deck of cards of a normal playing card deck, let alone the most powerful card, is the Joker card, aka also known as the Trump card. And so the ace card, or the ace of spade, is what they used to call black people. So Obama was the ace of spade and Trump is the Trump. And so they want Trump to be the last president.
Yep.
Now what happens is, you know, you can't, you know, that the instigation of racial tension, that didn't work. So martial law is not going to happen in this country through physical violence. And, you know, the only way you can get martial law to happen is if the country is in a state of duress or it's in a state of fear. So how else do you scare somebody besides, you know, the main way, which is their physical well-being, something that you have to actually care about, your physical health. So people might say, well, you know, what does martial law have to do with Trump? If martial law comes into effect, then we stop the elections and all of that stuff happens.
Yeah.
And that's in there remains in there. So a lot of people got to just realize that most of the time you be playing into these people's hands with your fear mongering and all that type of stuff. And when you do the numbers on, people dying from this alleged epidemic, more people dying from damn heart attacks. So, you know, y'all not worried about going to McDonald's and getting that McDeath burger, but you worried about the coronavirus, you know?
Yep.
Education is what's going to help us avoid enslavement. And, you know, that's what we're here to do on Who Asked You. So
facts, big facts. Ken, what you think about that? Them supposedly got a vaccine.
Okay. The fact that he mentioned like education, this whole like situation, just realized how many of us really isn't that educated, and that is scary. We need to get it together at this point. Like, we have to get it together. Simple one of those things, just fear mongering. People are just not, they're just scared for no reason. And you see it, for the last, like ever since it happened, Facebook has been nothing but corona. Nothing. Either people think they know what they're doing or know what they're talking about, or people just making fun of it like always. It's not new, you know, everywhere. So we're just like, nope.
That's right. Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, this is how dumb people are. It's a respiratory disease. I'm gonna go buy tissue. It's a respiratory disease,
right? If
it's even real, because honestly, I halfway don't even believe it's real. But statistic wise, with the numbers, it's clearly not a pandemic like they say. And I noticed too, before I shut up and let you go, YP, I noticed that as soon as people started accepting the fact that melanated people weren't affected by the virus, that's when all of a sudden all the black basketball players got it. So it's just a silly game, and they're just mind fucking you. They got articles literally in talking about French government is doesn't understand why the Africans aren't being affected. So
exactly, and
that's like it's silly.
Yeah, that's just to reinforce and make you feel like, oh, you know, you can catch it. Don't feel, you know, like it doesn't apply. But one thing I want to say about the cure before we continue on is, it's just like AIDS. When they created the problem, they created the solution at the same time. So, you know, you're not going to tell me that you just randomly came up with this cure. You came up with the cure when you came up with the issue. And so at this point in time, it's just really people actually understanding that there are superpowers in this world that pull certain strings. Everything is not a conspiracy. Everything is not like, it's for real. Like, it's really a group of people that's doing that.
Wipe us out.
Yeah,
trying to get us the fuck on out of here.
Yeah, like 9/11 was really an inside job. Like, you know, it's just time to wake up, everybody, man. It's just time for everybody to wake up and realize that the people that are the authority figures in this country don't have your best interest at hand on no level. And their job is to usher in conscious enslavement so that you become, you know, what I call the living dead. And I'm doing a video on my main channel about that, so I'm not gonna switch the subject matter, but yeah, you know, it's time for our people to wake up, period.
I look forward to that. Let me, because you said something about the requirements of being able to enact martial law. So I'm gonna skip one. No, I'm not gonna skip it. Hold on, let me show this article first before I go into that. But that was a very good point. Let me see. Okay, Trump. This was today. Trump says coronavirus crisis could last until July or August. Right now, I'm not going to scroll down and read this article because the other article is way more important because it breaks down the requirements that the government needs to have, like you were already saying, YP.
Right, enact martial law.
Yeah.
Right.
Which goes to show that they already got the setup mapped out.
Right.
It says, I'm just going to read what is martial law. If you're looking for a definition, then martial law basically means using state or national military force to enforce the will of the government on the people. Under a declaration of martial law, constitutional freedoms and liberties are suspended and civilians are no longer entitled to their civil rights. It basically allows the government or a tyrannical politician to shred the Constitution and impose its will through military force.
That's right.
But y'all doing Corona challenges and making songs and bullshit when they about to snatch all our rights away. The rights that we and it's like the rights that we barely even get to use anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if you're aware, but they already issued soldiers in 6 different states.
Well, I know that they were setting up little stations for the coronavirus testing facilities. So damn, like I didn't know that. I didn't know that
they got personnel already deployed in 6 different states to help combat the corona. But it's like, since when did you need military to combat a sickness? If anything, deploy some goddamn doctors. Why would you deploy? What is a soldier gonna do except for get coughed on?
Right, he gonna swing at the disease.
Yeah, like I don't understand how the military is gonna help combat a sickness. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's about to be some Resident Evil type of sickness. Other than that, I don't know. You know why you would need military? That's like, you know, I don't see people saying, you know, oh, the hospital today is it took in 300 new cancer patients, and the state of New York just deployed the Navy to that hospital.
Right.
That's stupid. But people can't see the forest behind the trees. And if it's not, you know, toxic or something that's stagnant, they won't pay no attention. So they're not going to see this until people gonna meme their way into a FEMA.
I literally told my family, and I'm telling everybody that's watching, if your ass going to Walmart when they say we got provisions, we have health care, we have food, you will never be seen again.
Yep.
And I cannot stress that. They literally, if I don't know how it is where y'all at, but in Michigan, Philadelphia, and Georgia, right? All 3 of them, their Walmarts have those little cattle gates now, where like you have to. It's an automatic let in, let out. They're literally preparing those buildings for containment.
Right.
Yep.
And I was like, when I was in Michigan, they were building these little machines that's supposed to be self-checkout. But I was thinking like that looked more like you put food trays on it and had them shits going, you know, on a conveyor belt. It looked more like a conveyor belt for like plates.
Right.
So shit is getting real, and y'all being silly, but Yeah, I hope y'all prepared.
It's ridiculous to believe they're not going to believe you. That's the thing. Like, how ridiculous does it have to be to like?
They
to do a little simple.
If it ain't somebody twerking or it ain't Jesus, you're not really gonna get niggas to pay attention. If it's not a, you know what I'm saying, somebody got to be twerking while warning you the dangers of the coronavirus, or Jesus gonna have to come down.
Someone like there are people that are making like they are entertaining it. Like I'm not going to tell you the couple because they don't need any more clout or fame. I'm tired of seeing them in my timeline, but they already pretended that their own child had coronavirus, and if they're like, oh, my baby got coronavirus, instead of taking them straight to the hospital, they went to Target for hours to shop. And it's just like, okay, so even though obviously this isn't real, I don't think it's real, but even if it was, why go there for that long and somebody might catch it? And it's like you make the video, you edit the video, you do whatever you have to do, then you upload it, then you like all those steps, and you're like, no, like this isn't happening. People are using it for clout and using hashtag Corona just to, like, they're using it for clout reasons too.
Yeah, it's a game. It's
not a game though. Like, what are you guys doing?
But society, this is a capitalist society. Capitalist is a capitalist is all about capitalizing.
Mm-hmm.
So, America breeds these evil type of people because that's what America do. Capitalize on whether it's a good or a bad situation. America's going to capitalize. It's not about morality or integrity. Or, why would you exploit your child? Now, every time somebody see your kid, we're going to think that they a sickly little kid. They don't think about none of that. It's just all about capitalization off the situation. So, those are the extent and the lengths that people are willing to go. And, man, it's...
mind you, because these were black people. It was niggas that was doing this fucking video.
Of course.
I'm not surprised because that's just how it is.
Yep.
Plus, somebody in the comments was saying like how they got like those police monitors outside, and I was gonna say, if y'all notice, in self checkout, they damn near got facial recognition technology when you do on the self checkout. Right. You see the little box showing you all on your face and shit. And they pretty much documenting what everybody's eating, what you look like. They got that software or whatever where it can show like what you're supposed to look like years later.
Right.
So y'all niggas better stop thinking it's a game because what was that Friday line? Ain't nobody playing but you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's true. And as they usher in artificial intelligence, you don't have a machine that don't feel pain, it don't have a consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it will, but it don't have to use it.
Right.
And, it'll be able to not only identify what you look like, it'll be able to genetically track you. So don't think because 20 years went by, it don't know what you look like. It can consciously formulate what you're supposed to look like in 20 years. So all I can say is, man, what you see in the movies is realer than what you see on the news. That's all I can say as we continue this interview.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say too. Last thing on the corona, then we're gonna jump to the mass hysteria stuff.
Yes.
As you know, before this corona stuff popped off, everybody was trying to warn about 5G. At least I was.
Yeah.
And a lot of the symptoms that coronavirus gives people is the side effects of 5G.
Right.
So I think that maybe they just activated some towers. And yeah, but let's move on. I'm going to show this PowerPoint because I wanted to break down what constitutes mass media and what steps do the powers that be take to get everybody scared and all that.
Right.
Can y'all see that?
Yes. Okay.
Mass hysteria on the road to martial law. I probably spelled martial wrong, but by STG. What is groupthink? It's coined in 1970s by psychologist Irving L. Janis. Is defined as a psychological drive for consensus at any cost that suppresses dissent in the praise of alternatives in cohesive decision-making groups.
Right.
I.e., niggas saying Corona. Now everybody's calling it Rona, and they think it's funny, and that shit is like silly as shit. Also, post 9/11 attacks, everybody was instantly all Muslims are evil or whatever. Semantic satiation, psychological phenomenon in which repetition causes a word or phrase to temporarily lose meaning for the listener, who then perceives the speech as repeated, meaningless sounds. I have a little short video that I wanted to play, and then let's stop there and let's talk about it a little bit.
All right.
If it pops up.
Man, it be like that, man. I have malfunctions all the time, and it's like it don't never happen until you actually live and in the action.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, my shit get the spasms.
Vegetable. Don't worry, I'm not trying to brainwash you into eating your veggies or anything. I'm trying to induce semantic satiation. That thing where you repeat something enough times, it starts to lose all meaning. Sure, maybe that's not the most productive way to spend my time, but this is psychologists and smaller experiments. But it wasn't until more recently that we really started to get an idea of what causes it. So, why does the meaning of repeated words just slip right out of your head? Well, every time you say the word vegetable, you activate the associated node, the area of your brain responsible for storing the concept of what a vegetable is. And when you repeat the word, you activate the node again and again. Asking that node to activate so many times in just a few seconds is kind of like asking your brain to sprint really hard and just keep going. It might start off well, but after a while, the node gets fatigued, and every activation that you force by saying the word vegetable yet again is that much harder to make happen. When a node gets tired like that, it's called...
Okay. Can we expound on that?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me take that off. YP, what do you think about that?
Well, it's basically programming, and I broke this down before, man. When you do something, and you do something repetitiously, the neurons in your brain actually rewire themselves. They reconstruct themselves. They literally form different positions to express what it is, you're being programmed to understand, the way you're being programmed to think. So this not only affects, the pleasure reward system via dopamine release. This actually this actually affects the way a person thinks and the way a person responds to those stimuluses, or AKA trigger words or scenarios.
Right.
So, if I tell you it's a boogeyman under your bed, it's a boogeyman under your bed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The neurons in your brain are going to reconstruct themselves to prepare for potentially being attacked by this threat that I'm telling you is imminent under your bed. Mm-hmm. And so, what's going to activate, the new neurological sequence is when you get put into a position where you're in a room and there's a bed in the room and there's something and there's an aspect under the bed that you can't see. So if I sit here and I tell people basically, be fearful of this, be fearful of that, be fearful of that, I'm already literally when we say programming, it's literal, it's neurological programming. Mm-hmm. You're neurologically programmed to react to certain stimuli. And so the definition of environment is the circumstances which influence a living organism. That's the meaning of environment by definition. So they're programming you it's like prepping food. They prepping you to get you ready for the environment that they want to stimulate you. And then the way that they get you to create that environment yourself is they give you a trigger word or a trigger scenario. Yep. And what that is to trigger fear in you. And when they trigger fear, they know that everybody goes to acting like animals because that reptilian part of your brain is activated, that fight or flight, and everybody gets to going crazy. You see people in the stores fighting over tissue,
throwing elbows and all that.
Yeah, and it's like everything that Joker said on Batman becomes true about people losing their cold and they'll eat each other. It's true. And so, they program you to basically set yourself up and play yourself, and then you do it, right in accordance with their plan, and then here we are. And so, we gotta just really understand basic sciences like psychology, neurology. You gotta really understand the nervous system. If you don't really know yourself inside and out, You'll never know when somebody trying to run game. It's like if you didn't know that air was supposed to be in a tire, I could sell you a car with flats. So,
yeah, it might tell your dumb ass to put water in it.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll do that.
Exactly. So the only reason niggas is not selling y'all cars with flats is because you know that it's supposed to be air in the tire. So if you don't know how psychology works, at least on a basic level, if you don't know how neurology works or how your brain works on a basic level, you'll never know when somebody's finessing that part of you. So we gotta know ourselves, man. We gotta stop being afraid to read them science books and get in there. You ain't gotta become a master, but damn, at least become a student. And
get the basics at least. You gotta know, because people got this mind control shit. As you'll see as we break more down, they got that shit down to a T. So Kim, how do you feel about that? Well,
the only thing that's I had to mention, it's just like at this point, we have teachers that know this, but it's gonna be hard to really put it out there. Like you can tell this to somebody, they swear up and down, you don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're right, they know what they're, this. Since we're in the age of information, it's getting very scary that we're so close and we know so little, and we don't even know how little we don't know. It's
right.
The amount of information that we just don't know to the T in this,
See, I say we don't care to know. And when I say we, I mean as a collective people, we don't care to know. Because it's almost like we love having deniable plausibility.
Yes.
Like we want to not know. Because I guess we feel like if we ignore it, then we're safe. Or if we don't know, they won't hurt us because we don't, but you can't live like that. Or you gonna be in one of them fucking black boxes that they got waiting. Because y'all know they done stockpiled. When I was in high school, I was reading about the military caves, facilities, and all these black coffin boxes that they got. Like, I'm 27 right now. I ain't been to high school for a little minute. So guess what they got now? Like, you can only imagine, like, the shit that they got. But let's continue. I'm about to share the screen again.
Gotta go this way.
People gotta understand, man. This shit ain't no game
at all.
It's just having you guys on. It's kind of lonely when you know this and you're just by yourself, so you can't really put out there as much as you want. Like I'm the only actual conscious. I hate using that word because it's overused, but I mean, I'm the only conscious one in the family, and I just it gets lonely after without having people who are leaders or students that want to actually get to the root of everything.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a long knowledge is a lonely road, but somebody got to do it because I mean it's a risk. It's a risk even on the smallest level of now you're the black sheep of the family because you speak your mind. But I mean everything takes a sacrifice, and I'd rather be disliked but trying to help my people than be a sheep and be adored. So fuck it. But can y'all see? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Can y'all see that?
No, you good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Systematic desensitization, a treatment for phobias in which the patient is exposed to progressively more anxiety-provoking stimuli and taught relaxation techniques. It's a 3-step process: identification of an anxiety, learning of relaxation or coping techniques, reacts towards and overcome situations. And the goal of this process is for the individual to learn how to cope with and overcome the fear. I have a video, but I'm going to skip it because that's easily explained. Y'all know how like, hold on, I got some statistics to show real quick. It's real sad. It's real sad. I don't know if people have seen these, but I'm about to. Oh snap!
Yeah, you all right? Do your thing. And desensitization is definitely it is definitely the key to everything. Whether it be this, whether it be getting people to become violent, whether it be, you know, to get people to accept police brutality. Desensitization is the Trojan horse for any agenda that they got. They just keep pedophilia, you know, the LGBTQ. They get to showing it to you first and showing it to you excessively. Yeah, I mean, and to the point where when they finally back it out, you're not even really as opposing to the idea because you didn't already accepted it because you didn't seen it so many goddamn times.
Yeah, they make you so used to it that it doesn't even faze you anymore.
Exactly.
Suicide is like something we just say, just be like in my generation, we'd be like, oh, I'm gonna kill him. Like we just say it out loud just to be funny, but that's something that we shouldn't be joking about all the time because the words, you know, that shit's powerful and someone like us should know. Words are very fucking powerful, you know, the tongue, oh my God. So,
that's right. You're gonna make a break.
Yeah. My bad, y'all. The YouTube ghost attack again. But I wanted to show this right here. This little small statistic. Police killed over 1,000, I'll say, people in 2019, and this is the map of where all those people were killed. And if y'all don't understand desensitization from just this, I don't know what to tell y'all because it's a shame. Look at they got graphics like it's cute. That is crazy. What'd you say, YP?
I say get us out of pocket, but
yeah,
people don't care. People value money so much. It don't matter if the police kill you as long as they pay you. Your family won't support you at all. Your family won't call and check up on you, but when the police kill you, they're your number one advocates because really they just want to sue and get paid for your death. And so, you know, it's just basically exchanging your life for a paycheck. So, you know, and people until people start saying, I don't want a settlement. I want something else.
Because people don't understand, like when they accept that blood money, that gives people the excuse to say, oh, they just want some money.
Right.
Now it's not even potent no more. Your pain is no longer potent because the general public, aka white people, will say, oh, they just want some money. It's just a cash grab. And it's like, no, you just killed my fucking family.
Yeah.
Like, I want some damn justice. I don't care about no fucking money. Like, money gonna go, but your family member will never be here. And now I remember when the Trayvon Martin stuff popped off, and then like it was just a succession of police murders, and everybody was scared, and everybody was talking, protesting, whoop-de-whoop, all that. Now you don't hear shit. They don't tweet, they don't share, they don't do none of that, yo.
And when they do, it's not even like it fades away so quick.
Yes.
Quick.
Niggas don't have no focus, no discipline, no attention span. It's like it's like niggas think being revolutionary is a
trend,
status, or a Facebook post.
Yep.
Like, you feel me? And I'm at the point now where I'm just like, listen, my own people don't care about themselves, being realistic. Mm-hmm. So I'm at the point now where I'm like, as long as it's not my kids, y'all niggas gonna have to go hard. Y'all gonna have to prove to everybody else that y'all willing to stand on your own if you want somebody else to stand with you. I'm not jumping out my tree for somebody that's not gonna jump out their tree. So if you know what I mean? If something, I'm not saying it's like, you know, I'm planning it. You know, I don't want no smoke with law enforcement. I'm just giving a hypothetical situation. If there's an evil person in your environment and they doing evil to you, if you don't stand up for yourself, I'm not coming to stand with you. You just have to take that. So,
I remember you once said that if you can't, or I'm gonna, this isn't verbatim what you said, but your point was, if you can't even tell your neighbor to turn the music down, how you gonna be a fucking revolutionary?
Yeah.
Like, you can't even like.
I was like, I'm like, if you won't check your neighbor How you gonna say something about the nigga up the street?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm at the point where I'm like, man, I don't really, I mean, I know that they create diseases, but I'm at the point now where I'm like, you know, just don't play with me.
Right.
If one of my kids come up with the corona, I'm coming to see the nigga on the patent. Okay, so I'm not talking to nobody. I don't want to hear nothing. Who created it? Nigga, you better have top flight security of the universe. You better have the guardians because you the nigga questions. You the nigga I'm coming to ask about. Because you know what this really is it should be treated as tyranny. You know, any other situation where a government begins to kill their own people is the United Nations stepping. So if a nigga got a patent for a substance that's causing death, that's called chemical warfare.
Yep.
Biological warfare. So why are we not looking at why is the person that created coronavirus in jail? So if we was more worried about who the fuck owned the patent at the same level or more than we are worried about going to get fucking tissue from Walmart, then we'd be all right. But you niggas is more worried you niggas is more worried about fighting over tissue in Walmart and hand sanitizer and who name is on this patent, and let's go ask this man what the fuck was he thinking this day. But you know,
and the fact that they allow it, the fact that they allow somebody to make a biological weapon and own it, like that is wild. That is very, very wild to me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring up this PowerPoint. I'm gonna run through the PowerPoint. Excuse me, because I want to get to the interview. Interview stage of tonight. But yeah, because I ain't got time for the ghost to YouTube to keep fucking my shit up. So
horrible though around that time.
Yeah, like, but yeah, propaganda, information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. Sensationalized news, especially of a newspaper, presents information about something in a way that provokes public interest and excitement at the expense of accuracy. Turn on your fucking TV, your brainwash box, and that's a perfect example. False flag operations, a covert operation designed to deceive. The deception creates the appearance of a particular party, group, or nation being responsible for some activity disguising the actual source of responsibility. Examples: Sandy Hook shooting, Orlando Post Club shooting, and the 9/11 Twin Tower incidents. Is there anything you guys would like to add before I move on with that?
Go ahead, Kim, if you want it, because I've been jumping in this whole time. Go ahead.
All right, so I mean, there's so much. Goddamn.
Yeah.
all of these are crazy. I mean, only thing I want to add to these is if y'all still going for stuff like this, and y'all not hip to crisis actors, or if you actually trust the news to give you true news, then you know they have successfully played you and programmed you, and that's all I'm gonna say about this.
Yeah. So that see, okay, I'm gonna, since you said this, that was one of the things I was gonna say, so I didn't want to but the second thing I was gonna say, at this point, like I keep saying, I understand why it's that happening, but at this point, we should not be falling for this over and over again. What are y'all doing? You know, it's getting tiring at this point. Like at the fact that you don't care, the ones that claim they don't care or whatever, y'all really the super ones, and y'all the ones that I noticed the ones that are like that, they talk the most too about this shit. You know, they're the ones that's actually, you know, on Facebook just going crazy. Some of them don't even care; they just want to talk about it. If you hear that ding, I'm sorry, but
no, you're right.
That's
strong.
I'm putting text all over the place, but that's the thing. Like at this point, we should. What are y'all doing? You know that's something that's getting tiring at this point. We really need to get it together. We should already we don't have now one like you ever sit down and you're like, you know what? Let me actually think about this. What if this is like, you know, like some type of a little light bulb came in your head.
Yeah.
But it just nothing's clicking. And some of the like the people like us or other leaders that are putting it out there, there's many people, including us that, like we're not saying this shit just to say it, but you're the main, like we're called like what are they called on Twitter, the Hotep, but like in a very
yeah,
right.
You're just making a joke out of something that really isn't a joke, and it's fucking scary. So I got
right.
But that's all. Hey, that's part of their agenda.
That's right.
They've already successfully dumbed our society down, and now they just have to keep everybody distracted while they fuck us up.
That's right.
So
and they're really going ham. They're just doing a good job so far, as we see.
Yeah. Fake news is the new misinformation. False or inaccurate. Fake news is false or inaccurate information. No, I'm sorry. Misinformation is false or inaccurate information, especially that which is deliberately intended to deceive. And fake news is a form of news consisting of deliberate disinformation or hoaxes spread via traditional news media or online social media. Digital news has brought back and increased the usage of fake news, aka yellow journalism. Social psychology. Social psychology is the scientific study of how people's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are influenced by the actual, imagined, or implied presence of others. This is all mind control tactics. Fear-mongering. Fear-mongering or scaremongering is the spreading of frightening and exaggerated rumors of an impending danger to purposely arouse fear and manipulate the public. As y'all can see with the coronavirus, that's why we're talking about this. It's definitely a lot of fear-mongering. It's definitely a lot of exaggerated. It's definitely an exaggerated crisis. Examples of fear-mongering. What if it becomes airborne? What if it becomes airborne through the radio? It already is. Yeah. Right. And what can we do to lessen the grip of fear from terrorism? Turn that fucking TV off. And now I'm going to play a short video. And then after this video, we're going to go into the actual interview with young Pharaoh. And young Pharaoh, while this is loading, I really appreciate you rocking with us tonight.
Always, man. Listen, I'm not even just y'all, but I tell people, man, reach out to me. I'm a support the people that's grinding. Whether you got a big platform or a small platform, as long as it's something that I can morally agree with, I don't have no problem coming on and doing my due diligence with, the people. So, thank you for having me. And I'm looking forward to the interview part of this podcast.
Yes, sir. All righty.
2 videos, we discuss norms and deviance and outlines that do not the same thing as group behavior, and that's because of a few reasons. First, collective behavior typically is time limited and involves short social interactions, whereas groups tend to remain together longer and socialize for extended periods of time. Secondly, while collective behavior is time limited, it isn't socially limited. There are no social boundaries, and anyone is free to participate in a collective, whereas groups can
which is going on right now
or have like membership requirements.
With the corona.
Lastly, norms within groups are generally strongly held and well defined, whereas collective behavior produces norms that are weak and murky. Collective behavior generally violates widely held societal norms, and at times it can be very destructive. Though it's not the same thing as group behavior, it's often driven by group dynamics. Things like de-individuation, which is a concept I discuss in the social psychology. All of these terms before, and you probably have a general idea what they are, but I'm going to discuss them from the perspective of a sociologist. Get the official, true understanding of what this means. So let's examine each of these in a little more detail. A fad, or a fleeting behavior, is something that becomes incredibly popular very quickly, and then loses popularity almost just as quickly.
Yep, meme
Fads
culture.
typically last for a very short period of time, but they reach and influence large numbers of people in that time. Fads are not necessarily in line with normal behavior, but because they're perceived as cool or interesting by a large group of people, they gain popularity.
Right.
A good example of a fad is a cinnamon challenge, and you may have seen this on YouTube. In order to conquer the cinnamon challenge, a person has to eat a large spoonful of ground cinnamon in under a minute.
Like an idiot.
Now, part of this fad involved taping the attempt and posting a video online. Now, while this may sound like a breeze, I don't suggest trying this at home. Most people who do the Cinnamon Challenge end up gagging, coughing, or vomiting. Now, it seems pretty silly, right? Well, despite the fact that the challenge is pretty silly and definitely not normal behavior, I mean, people don't usually eat a spoonful of cinnamon in less than a minute. If you look up the challenge on YouTube, you'll see there are over like 600,000 attempts. But after the novelty of the challenge wore off and people realized how unpleasant it was, they stopped doing it and it became less popular, and thus the fad ended. So that's what a fad is. Now, the second example of collective behavior is mass hysteria. Mass hysteria involves large groups of people who experience unmanageable delusions and anxiety at the same time. The reactions spread rapidly and reach more people through rumors and fear. Mass hysteria often takes the form of panicked reactions to negative news or a potential threat. A good example of mild mass hysteria is the reaction that often takes place when there's a chance of severe weather coming. Now, all major news outlets cover the forecast incessantly, and they induce fear and anxiety in large groups of people. The fear causes people to become crazed. They rush to the supermarket, they drive erratically, they become irrational. So that's like a mild form of mass hysteria that's caused from weather reports. However, mass hysteria can also be the result of psychology, like when a large group of individuals suddenly believe they have the same illness and experience similar physical symptoms despite a lack of disease. This is sometimes called mass psychogenic illness or epidemic hysteria. A recent example of this came after the anthrax attacks.
All right. Yo. Enough said.
So fads.
Enough said. Ain't gotta say shit else.
There we go.
Fads is like, I guess their version of just saying trend. One thing pops up and then it dies after. And then the mass hysteria, like basically, like for example, every year, oh, the world's gonna end in this day, and then
Jesus is coming back.
They wait on the day, and that process that it just sticks in their head, so they're waiting for that day, and then it never happens. So that's basically
we all wait until another another crisis pops up, and then we can do it all over again.
Apparently, April 2020, we're all supposed to die. It's another fucking article of the end of the world. Like, come on. At this point, it's getting old, and some people are still freaking out about this.
That's right.
It didn't hurt the first time. What makes you think the second time it could be true, especially with news like this? At this point, it's just
right. How do you trust the news at this point? Period.
Yes.
People don't understand that there's like deep psychological study on how to manipulate the masses. So long story short, y'all need to actually see and stop being so blind, and stop being because y'all really are being like organic robots at this point. Oh, do this challenge. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Like they literally got people cross-dressing right now.
Right.
And
that's like, I guess that's kind of like a mass hysteria kind of thing, because it all started with it started popping with Tyler Perry doing Medea, Rasputia, Shanae. Like it was.
I'll say, yeah.
It got a little bit more comfortable, and then I guess Vine days, like 2013. Me as a kid, seeing this. It started popping off, and there are guys pretending to be girls doing black girl challenge or black girls remember those videos, and then you have guys pretending to have like hair as talent, just doing stuff like that until now. People really want to be women now. So.
No lie, no, I put this on my life. In high school, the most thuggish niggas would wear their girlfriend's coats. Like they were literally doing that in school. Like they've been trickling that shit into the consciousness. Like, and I was a sophomore in I think 2009, I think around that time. So look how fucking far gone we are now. And niggas was just wearing their girlfriend coats. But let's do everybody's favorite segment. And then we're going to get into the interview portion of this live stream. I appreciate everybody in the comments rocking and interacting with us. Very appreciate that very much. But it's time for Esoteric with Kim Vogue.
Here we go.
I was wondering, what do you mean favorite part? Then that popped up. Like I'm like, oh.
Everybody love your readings.
Well, okay.
They be waiting on me to shut up.
Okay. This is kind of nerve-wracking because I'm not used to people. Listen, this is like a general reading for everybody. I don't know. I just like to do these. Don't drag me. I'm just now starting, but I fucking love tarot and oracle so much. It's like my favorite thing to do. So
That's right.
This is just for someone that probably needs to hear this, I guess you can say, which is why I put it. This is for someone that just needs this message from universe or spirit guide or ancestor, whoever called on the message room, which is me. So here I go. So I have, let me count this. I have 6 tarot cards. So I have about 7 oracle. So this won't be long, of course. I'm talk fast anyways. I don't mean to do it, but I do. So the first card that I got from the Wild Unknown Tarot is you have the 2 of Pentacles. This, if you can see it, this represents balance and change, and this is the category of like earthly possessions or tangible possessions. So it could be a job, or it can be just money in general. So whatever you're going through, job wise or financial wise, it's gonna have it's gonna be a very balance or a change coming for the better, because this is a positive card. I really like this card a lot. So then you have the 8 of Pentacles that is in reverse. You know, whatever that it could be, it can involve your craft or whatever your talent with, or whatever your talent, whatever you have with it. So it's in reverse, which means whatever you're doing, master it, practice it, give it time. Whatever you need to do to get better, because it could probably bring that job. So it could be like, for example, what I'm doing, you could be a tarot reader and this card can pop up like, yes, something's coming. Your dream job is coming, but make sure you have your talent, your tarot down packed. That's just an example. I don't know what you could be doing. So then you have the 9 of Swords. This is from the Tarot Nefertari deck. I love this deck. 9 of Swords represents like, this is like the death card kind of, but it could mean, this could be a message of saying, hey, don't give up if you get frustrated, because this is like, it's like, it's like a disappointment card. Like whatever you're doing, don't get discouraged. Something could come better, which it has, which is Temperance, the Temperance card, moderation, a happy transformation. So whatever that can be bad can turn to good. Just keep working on your craft. Just keep going. So if you're frustrated, okay, take some time if you need to and work on your craft, and you will get better. So then you have the 4 of Cups. This is like setbacks and boredom. I guess the process. Every process can be boring, especially when you do it over and over and over again. But that is fine. That's what it comes with it. Do whatever you need to do to recharge. Once again, a happy transformation. Which one was it again? I forgot already. It was the happy. I think it was Temperance. So I guess just use this energy. Okay, you know who that is. Use her energy to just gain that balance back. The 2 of Pentacles. Get that balance that you need. Now I'm gonna go straight to the Oracle. So for my Moonology, luck is on your side. New Moon in Sagittarius, and then you have New Moon in Capricorn. Your heart will be paying off. So I use Oracle just like, this is like a message. Like, what are they saying to you? It's gonna just, I guess luck is on your side. I would just say whoever ancestors, universe, spirit guide, I don't know who it could be, they're on your side. So you're not alone. You don't have to be alone. And I'm just saying this off the top of my head because I feel like I need to say this. You don't have to do this alone. You have friends, you have family, you have your ancestors and your spirit guides and the ancestors, or the universe. I'm sorry, but you don't have to do this alone. But keep working on your craft, because no matter how frustrating it can be, the 9 of Swords, it's hard. It's the hard work and the frustration and the boredom of the process is going to pay off in the end when you finally have what you want. So then you have on my work your light. Your guidance is divinely divinely guided. So your guidance is guiding you. You are the guidance as well, and they're there. Okay, it's
That's right.
divinely. The divinely is like it's an amazing word. Divine is like my way of saying, oh, the divine is doing this for you.
Mhm.
So think about that. A higher
Always carry good vibrations with that.
That's right.
ways. Then you have star mother. So how can you mother yourself? So I guess in the process, if you need to mother, like just nurture yourself. Don't work yourself over too hard. That's not going to be good. Take some time to meditate. Find a ritual. Fast for a day. Whatever you can do to recharge yourself, if you need to. So birthing of a new age, birthing new creations. So dreaming a new world into a being. So I guess that's just another way of saying speak it into existence. If you really need to, just keep sleep with affirmations playing at night, gratitude every morning, whatever you can. Do a ritual to feel good as much as you can if you want to keep going. You're literally like doing something different for yourself and positivity around your surroundings if you can. So it's gonna happen.
That's right.
Two more.
All right.
So the priestess, how are you being called to step in and lead? So I guess that's just your way of to step in and lead. What can you do for yourself? Yes, you have support, but what can you do for yourself? Some people, you probably don't have anybody. So what if you don't? I mean, what can you do for you? You're probably that. I guess the universe puts you in that position to say, you're strong enough to handle this on your own. So work what you have and just lead and just go with it because you are strong enough. If you are
All
placed in
right.
a position to not have anybody around you, it's gonna be okay. And with that being said, the last thing is trust your path. Just trust in the divine. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I just said find your way to lead your own way into where you want to be, and that's all I have. I'm done.
Hey, amazing reading.
Glad I'm shaking
Right.
up the time.
For those who are asking about what is Kim's tarot channel, it's on the way. It's most definitely on the way.
Mhm.
But all right. That was amazing. Okay.
Now,
So let's start the interview portion. So young Pharaoh,
yes, sir.
what is the origins of your name?
Man, listen, I tell you, the origins of my name really come from how I chose to self-identify with myself spiritually when I was like 14 or 15.
Mm-hmm. Here,
I have always been like super intertwined with Egyptian culture. So I know that, our people have had many civilizations since we've been here. I'm not one of the people to tell you to know. I mean, I would tell you, just subscribe to Egypt. You can pick one. You can be the whole man. You know what I'm saying? Pick one. But me personally, Egyptian culture has specifically, spoken to me since I was a kid, but I was psychologically able to understand, its relevance when I was like 14 or 15. And I identified with myself as a pharaoh. And I was young at the time, so the name Young Pharaoh is what it was.
All right.
May I add this because I saw this earlier?
Mm-hmm.
I did not steal his name. Okay, Akhenaten is my favorite African deity. We can fight. I'm just saying, okay, he's my favorite African deity. I love the sun. He praised and taught about sun worship. That's where I got it from. He's my favorite. He's my favorite man. I feel like I was like a daughter or something in a past life if I was with him. Like that's where it came from. It's my favorite African deity. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So when you first decided to speak your knowledge, did you know you'd be such a powerhouse in this community?
I mean, I can't really say I did. I just knew that I was a problem. But I didn't.
All right.
Ask me, did I see myself being where I am today? No. It's kind of like let me give you an example, the Tyson Fury thing, right? Like, I didn't think that I would be interviewing professional boxers, and you know what I'm saying, and
all right,
where I am, it's just my intent to follow my spirit, and my ability to do that puts me in these positions. So, you know, like people like I don't consider myself the leader of Black people, but Black people come to me for, you know, questions.
Right.
I'm the guy who's, I'm not going for no shorts, and I'm educated.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't ask for the work that I do. I just do the work that needs to be done when it hits my desk. So I knew that I remember I was like in like sixth grade or something. I remember, you know, my teachers had us doing, it was either bail work or homework or something. And she was asking us like, what do we want to be when we're older? And I specifically remember telling my teacher, like, I want to be in the history books like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. I remember telling my teacher that, but I didn't know that, like, I didn't have a plan on how I was going to do that. Right. I just, my spirit, that's the road I wanted to take. And here we are, man. So I do what my soul tell me to do. Like I said, even the Tyson Fury thing, man, it was plenty of people, Black people, telling me, oh, you know, you tripping, trying to discourage me and whoop-de-whoop, but I don't listen to fools. I listen to my intuition and what my spirit tells me. And I bring that up to prove my point, man. I watched that fight live, and like I said, man, I put this on my kids, man. As soon as that fight was over,
yeah,
I literally said to the people I watched it with, I said, yo, I'm about to go viral. And I was like, right. And they like, you know what I mean? They like, yeah. I'm like, nah, I'm going viral. Listen, trust me. I'm like, this ain't right. I'm like, no, this ain't right. In 4 days, I did 1 million views. You know what I mean? So it's, my spirit has not led me astray. The only time I'm led astray is when I don't listen to myself. So, you know, right. I might seem selfish sometimes, but I have that relationship with myself where if I don't listen to myself, that's the only time things go wrong. When I do, things go exactly the way I thought that they would go. And so, you know, my spirit tells me to identify with this specific segment of our history, and I do so.
Yeah, I feel that. So I watched your document. Well, actually, before I say this, I thought I had this video already ready, but I wanted to bring back something from the past because it's just amazing to me how far you've came, you know, in your story. So just give me 1 second so I can show the people this amazing video.
Here we go, short dreads.
You already know it. First, let me take that off, and then I'm about to reshare the screen. It's definitely a short dress situation. Now, can y'all see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This that OG. Hold on, let me run it. This that OG right here.
Right now, yo.
Oh my God.
This video is for everybody who feels some type of way about my fuck you. If you go to church, that fuck you. Fuck you in that church and that Bible that you want to propagate.
They going in.
And fuck them crackers who gave it to you. Now,
this is the video.
Black woman is God.
Hold on, now I'm pause.
The black.
What?
Oh yeah, now this is my first video ever, and it's crazy you put this up because a lot of people don't know that I didn't go viral on YouTube. I went viral on Facebook. I got my face. I went to YouTube because Facebook kept deleting me.
Yeah.
And so what happened was, y'all got to excuse me. I'm tired as hell, but
this what we do on the Who Asked You. I'm trying to tell you.
I went viral
in a minute.
Yeah, I went viral on Facebook. That video was the first one I did. I think that video did like 80,000 views in like 2-3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And my Facebook was Young Pharaoh, and then Facebook deleted me. Like it was like Facebook seeing me getting some momentum, and they just tried to kill my momentum because I didn't do nothing to really get deleted. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, They still fucking with your page today, so I definitely.
I just got off block yesterday.
Yeah.
For posting Tyson Fury cheated statuses. But anyway, yeah, they deleted me. So what happened was, I said, the Virgo in me was like, oh, okay, let me go to YouTube. So when they deleted me, what I did was, before somebody could steal my name, I immediately created a Facebook back with that same name. And I did it so fast that people just started just finding me. You know what I'm saying? People were looking for me. And everybody that was looking for me, I'm like, come to my YouTube. So that's how I threw everybody to YouTube. But like when I first got on YouTube, I didn't know about monetization. I didn't know about none of that. So I was on YouTube my first year, not making no. I think I got to like 40,000 subscribers, maybe 50,000, and I wasn't even monetized because I wasn't on there for. I was just on there like, oh, I can
knowledge.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I got to stay. So I was going. That's how I ended up getting on YouTube. And then somebody told me like, yo, why you don't never had no commercials in your video? I mean, like, you can monetize. I'm like, monetize? Like, it was like the fact that I could get paid for what I was doing was like porn. I didn't even know. I was literally on YouTube my first year. I didn't monetize my YouTube. I got on YouTube like 2015. I don't think I monetized my YouTube to like the end of 2016, maybe even 2017.
Well, that video, that video had 2014 on there. So you've been rocking for a little minute.
Yeah, 2015 on it. And yeah, that's like, I've been, like I said, man, like my YouTube slit my throat last year, demonetized me, but I stayed on because it's like, of course you want to get paid for what you do. You're not a slave, but I don't do this for that. I do this because this is something that my soul wants me to do. So, yeah, I mean, right. I'm here to stay, man. I'm here to stay, period.
Most definitely. Most definitely. I watched your documentary, Brutal Awakening, and I noticed that having adversaries is a common theme in your life. Have you accepted, that people will always, be trying to battle you? And how do you deal with that?
I mean, not to sound like I'm suicidal or nothing, but I've accepted death at this point. So, I mean, my main thing is staying on point and not getting distracted from, like, for example, if I'm on a topic, I'm not going to be arguing with 30 and 40 random people that's going to, take time away from me just proving my point. So I've accepted what comes with what I do. Like, I've accepted the fact that not only am I going to have people that's constantly gonna attack me, but might be somebody that want to try me for my life one day. You know what I'm saying? Might be somebody that want to set me up and say I did something to him I didn't do and have me going to court. Polite.
Right.
I've accepted everything to the fact that me doing what my spirit tells me to do may cause me not to die naturally one day. I've accepted the path that I'm walking to the point where this is how I walk this path so fearlessly because I've already accepted. It's like when you gang banging. When I was gang banging, I had already accepted jail or death. So it's like I don't mind not right now, but in that mentality, I don't mind getting charged with no homicide. Like I've already accepted this. You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was in prison, I already accepted going to the box. So don't try me like that, or I'm gonna try your jaw in front of the sergeant in the yard, wherever. So, you know what I mean? So it's like whatever lifestyle that I'm living, I'm gonna live it to the fullest. If I'm gonna live that life, I'm gonna live that life 100. If I mean now I'm in a stage where, or I was ushered into a stage where I realized what my soul reincarnated to do, and I'm gonna do it to the fullest. So if it mean it gotta go down, then it gotta go down. But I'm not gonna watch my mouth for nobody. Right. I'm not gonna curve my tongue for nobody. It's not gonna happen with me. So you know what I'm saying it's not. I got something to say. I'm not being violent. I ain't threatening nobody, but I just got something to say. So it is what it is.
And I'll say I ain't trying to be on no fantasy stuff, but I feel like you divinely protected, and you have the philosophy of, and I'm going off script. But you have a philosophy that is very protective because you don't really fuck with niggas in your inner circle. Right. And I'm doing that myself now because of a situation that you know about. Yeah, that taught me to keep niggas, at bay. So
Man, I
definitely understand that.
Yeah, and what taught me to keep men at bay as a black man is that I've seen it 1,000 times. Like by me coming from the underworld, it's like being born in hell and then coming to earth. It's not really a nigga on earth that could show you evil that you ain't used to seeing. Like, what you gonna show me? I grew up with the devil. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
how you gonna finesse me? So it's like coming from where I come from, I know how niggas do. Niggas only lift you up to drop you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas don't support you genuinely unless it's destructive. Like if you struggling and you grinding, niggas will be like, oh, that's my man. He a real nigga because you struggling and you grinding.
Yeah.
But the moment that you look like you not struggling and you okay, nigga won't shake your hand. You won't get a share. You won't nothing. Nigga won't say nothing to you. And so most niggas is only, supportive to be to be able to sabotage.
Right.
Most niggas only want to get in the car to unscrew a couple bolts.
Yeah.
That's my whole, like I said, man, I don't want to seem like I keep advertising, but that's my whole thing with the poly shit. I'd rather trust my life to women because I can have a different relationship with women. You don't know if your nigga get an anonymous phone call one day and they say set you up for $2 million, if that nigga don't say no, because a nigga set you up for less, a nigga set you up for 10,000. So for what I do for a living, I'm exposing people that got that kind of money, that got make a phone call and say, have young Pharaoh here at 3:00. We're gonna make some shit accidentally fall on him. We got an anonymous check for you, $5 million. When you get to talking about Hillary Clinton and the motherfuckers I'm talking about, they make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Hillary Clinton got a couple accidental suicidal deaths that are real weird and strange. And so for me, it's like, I don't trust these niggas. These niggas don't put on for their own family, their own phone, their own women. So how you gonna put on for me? You know what I mean? It's like police and knock your kid off. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, you don't ride for your own kid. So how you gonna ride? I'm not your blood, nigga. You ain't birthed me. Or you know what I mean? So I'm just real. So it's like I'd rather, trust my life, with women and create a foundation to where I don't gotta worry about my support system stabbing me in my back. You feel me? Because mostly with women, and I ain't saying I might not meet a snake ass woman. I'm just hoping I don't. But in the likeliness that I don't, the most thing you got to worry about women is you fucking that up. Long as you don't fuck your own relationship up, you really should have no problems. Like women don't come in the house like, yo, come on, we finna go shoot at these niggas. Like women don't bring shit. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Women don't bring drama. Your woman gonna go to work and come home. That's about it. All that other shit, you know what I mean? You ain't really gotta bail your woman out with your last. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta get your woman. Y'all come on, y'all niggas, y'all know what I'm talking about. You ain't gotta.
And look, I always run with the notion that a nigga ain't gonna support you more than they gonna support themselves. So if they halfway don't give a fuck about themselves, how can you expect that loyalty? How can you expect it?
And most niggas is not. This is no disrespect, but most niggas is not G'd up enough to be my friend. Cause I'm G'd up. I'm G'd up to the point where, I ain't gonna say nothing crazy or incriminating on this internet. Please take everything I say as entertainment and hypothetical. But I'm G'd up. Like I rather go out blazing for you give me life in jail. I'm G'd up. So nigga, you not even G'd up enough to be my friend. Because if I get in, what if one day I get set up by the Clintons and y'all niggas talking about protesting? I'm talking about, nah, nigga, we about to make the news, nigga. If I get your heart don't got enough bass.
You
might not even be around. Cause that's how niggas snitch every day. And I'm in an example. I don't want no smoke with the Clintons, and I'm just giving an example. I seen it. Man. I seen niggas think they shooters and niggas think they tough, and you go on a mission with a nigga and he put you in a situation that you really not brave enough to be in, and now everybody in jail, or now you just snitched on everybody because you really wasn't about that action, you wasn't about that life. So me personally, I don't want no entourage, I don't want no niggas around me, because I really will go for broke. So when I tell a nigga, yo, I'm feeling disrespected, it's something about to happen to you,
you got to be on go.
Yeah, and I'm saying, because I go on you. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I go on you. So nigga, I'm just built different. I'm not the toughest nigga in the world. I don't think nobody can knock me out. I don't think nothing can happen. But I'm built all the way like that. So I don't even want no niggas to be my friend because niggas is not G'd up enough to be my friend. Because I really will get on a nigga neck. And half y'all niggas ain't never. I mean, you probably never got into a fight in high school. So to be with me is something that you can't really. It might not be for you, and that's okay. But I mean, that's why I don't keep no entourage. I don't need no entourage.
And before we continue, I would like to add, if you know you ain't about that shit, then stop talking like it. And stop trying to be.
And I want to say this to niggas: it's okay if you're not an Action Jackson, dog.
Yeah.
Every nigga is not I'm not a cook. So I don't feel insecure when women be like, I love a man that can cook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not the nigga for you because I don't. I'm learning, but I'm not that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You say you're not Pharaoh Ramsey.
I'm Pharaoh Ramsey, but now I don't cook in the kitchen. I cook on this.
Right.
Yeah, so niggas gotta be honest with themselves. Like everybody not warrior bred. Like even when I do my natal chart say that I'm empowered off of combat. Like I'm fighting for free right now because I love to fight. Who else do you know? Who else do you know? I think I either got 8 or 10 fights. Let's say if I got 8, who you know out of 8 fights, 5 of them you go to with no fight team, no coach, no corners. Like if my niggas didn't come with me, I wouldn't even have somebody to give me water when I go to the corner. Nobody would do that if they didn't love combat. So I love this. This is why I'm able to do what I do. I can deal with trolls. People like, how are you, psychologically able to deal with trolls and threats? Because I love. This is what I'm. If you could put me in a time machine, just give me my war elephant and my sword, and let me go do what the fuck I do. So I mean, everybody's different. You feel me? I'm not a certain type of man. It's in a certain type of men that's better than me in other areas. So black men gotta stop. Black people gotta stop holding black men to the point where we only accept one type. It's like it's only one type of black man we accept in this community, and that's the gangster thug type. But
because you gotta have your warriors for sure, but you gotta have your intellectuals. You gotta have your, you
gotta have your gamers. Like you feel me? Like I could hang with niggas that the niggas that society shun, the niggas that the girls don't get a number to. Them the niggas I'd rather hang with. Like if you ask me, would you rather go to the club or would you rather go play the game? Nigga, let's have a game night. Nigga, cut the motherfucking Halo on.
Yes.
I'm type of nigga. I had all the Pokemon cards, all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So we gotta accept different types of people. It's like we gotta kill them stereotypes because we eliminating so many different relationships and opportunities for our people to interact and grow because we're telling men and women these the only type of forms that we accept y'all expressing yourselves as, and then that's how niggas get into positions that they shouldn't be. It's like most of these celebrities, people be like, why they don't speak out for us and this, that, and the third. They not built like that.
Yeah.
They just uphold that image because that's the way you said you would accept them. If they act tough, then they wouldn't get no support. You know what I'm saying? They don't
be in a situation that they don't really want to be in.
And
then you still being, and then the women or society still clown you because now you look like a bitch. I mean a punk. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you look like a bitch because you done got yourself in a situation where you got to prove yourself, and it's nothing. You ain't got it.
Exactly, and I'm gonna end on this. It's like. It's like it's like you ever see that parent and they just force their kid to play football, but their kid never really wanted to play football.
It was that kid.
Right. It's like that's what we do with a lot of celebrities. It's like we force them into positions that they not really built or want to play. Like most niggas don't have no heart. So you think because a nigga got 2 million followers that they supposed to be, politically defensive of the community and things like that. That's not. You got to let people do what they want to do, not what you want them to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like if people want to advocate Black history and culture, them the people you ask to do it. People that don't want to do it, you don't obligate them to that. You know what I'm saying? You just deal with them in the healthiest manner possible. So, I mean, period.
Facts. I agree.
some of us learned the hard way. Like, and it doesn't help when you have certain people, just because they look that way, oh, that means you probably should be you can't do that. You got to know yourself. I guess the main point is just know yourself and be okay to know what other people have to say. And it is very hard to overcome that because, just depending on how you're built, what we're saying. So you got to kind of just go by your own path, and that is okay. Some of us, and like I said, some of us learned the hard way. I'm almost 21, and I'm glad I'm young, but without having this, who knows what could have happened? I could have been one of those people that did reach a certain age. I'm like, man, I wish I did this when I was younger. So we have a lot of those today still. That's not okay. We got to stop that.
That's right.
Facts. Okay, so I have are you angry? I kind of know the answer to this, but I'm asking for the people. Are you angry at the state of Black people, or do you hold hope that some of us will make it out, or are you like about it? Like, do you not even care anymore? Are you just doing it for the people who are in tune?
I'm angry, but I'm not angry to the point where I'm gonna let it affect my life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, cause I'll be lying to you if I tell y'all I don't be mad as hell at Black people. Any Black person that got common sense would be lying if they tell you they wasn't not only angry, but we was embarrassed. We humiliated. Like, when I see dumbass niggas on the internet, I'd be lying to you if I tell you that it wasn't embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing. Yeah. It's like asking a white person when you watch Jerry Springer, are you not embarrassed? Like, yes, you're fucking embarrassed that your people is on Jerry. Like, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm embarrassed. I feel like, niggas is just dishonoring the culture, acting like fucking clowns. But right. I don't let the realness of my emotions affect me in my personal life, because I understand that people have free will. And if you want to use your free will to disrespect yourself and disrespect our ancestors and shuck and jive and shuck and buck for a fucking MTV check, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I just feel like, whatever happens to you, happens to you. Mm-hmm. I don't really care beyond the limit that I'm supposed to care.
Right.
I'm gonna care. I'm not gonna care to the point where your actions is affecting my mental health. So if that sounds cold-hearted, it is what it is. But if you're not a child or a teenager or somebody that doesn't have a supposedly developed brain, I really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So if the police pop your stupid ass, you popped. You feel me? If you do it is what it is. If you don't want to listen right now, I don't really. It's like, what do you niggas want me to tell y'all at this point? If you go, you will be like, oh, I went and got my baby vaccinated and now my baby paralyzed. What the fuck do you want me to do?
Hey.
Yeah. Do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how many, and it's like at this point in time, Black people can't even say they don't know. We just willfully trust people who don't have our best intent in hand so much that we ignore the good advice. You could be dealing with a toxic nigga. You knew this was toxic. Nigga was toxic. Everybody knew this nigga was toxic. Your friends told you, girl, don't talk to him because somebody that I know used to talk to him and he hit girls. And you will ignore all of the warning signs to go get your ass whooped for 2 years.
Don't hit me.
Yeah, even niggas. It's like niggas, you sit here and tell a nigga, bro, stop fucking with him. That's not your man. I see the way he don't ever smile or he don't ever look happy when something happens. Next thing you know, nigga, you're dead because your man didn't set you up. And niggas already told you that for 2 years. So it's like, we don't listen. And I was like, dude, when they come to the United fucking States of America, you're always going to be a third class citizen. It don't matter. Like, nigga, you're not gonna be able to rise in the ranks to where you become competition with the other ethnicities in this country. So what the fuck else do y'all niggas need to know? Either build y'all own shit or nigga stay a third class citizen. But don't. I'm saying,
it goes white people, immigrants, then niggas.
That's what it is. And then there ain't no denying that. And so if y'all niggas like it on the bottom and that's where you're comfortable at, you have a right to stay there. You have free will. But don't be complaining to me about why you're on the bottom and what we gonna do. Like, niggas, when niggas ask me right now what we gonna do, it's just like, nigga, that's only a retard would ask that question. What do you mean what we gonna do? What the fuck would anybody else do if they was going through what you were going through and had that? And then niggas kill me. Black people kill me right now because I'm gonna end on this. Black people kill me right now because slaves didn't have the ability or the comfort zone, aka an environment, to decide to get up and just say, you know what, we don't want to be slaves no more. Like, Black people actually right now, we wanted to, could put our money together, create our own country, create our own military, and say we don't want to be slaves. Slaves couldn't do that. Like slaves had a knife. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't want to be a slave no more, nigga. You better get your knife and go kill everybody in this mansion. And nigga, as fast and as far as you motherfucking can before one of these pussy ass niggas snitch and tell them which way you ran. So you don't have to do that. We could literally it costs like $1,200 to denounce your citizenship. I'm not advising nobody to do that because I'm not going to do that. Okay. But if we wanted to and we had the numbers, we could all denounce our citizenship and create a fucking country. And what these motherfuckers gonna say? What they gonna say? We can't use this land? If that's the case, let's fight for it. You we were here first. So you're not gonna tell me I can't start my country where the fuck I was first. And you can come over here and be an extension of another empire. So niggas cannot fathom.
I want to be free.
Niggas can't fathom a world where they are actually in control of their own destiny. A nigga can't imagine a life without Gucci. It's like if you ask a nigga, what do you want to wear? What do you like? What do you think clothes should look like? I don't know, nigga. I like Ralph Lauren. It's like a nigga. It's the nigga mentality of a nigga that came out the nigga making machine. That like always says, like a nigga. A nigga cannot fathom actually being who he. It's like nigga want you to respect him like he the big homie. A nigga want to be a king. Niggas want to run shit, but they don't really want to run shit. It's like they want to be in charge of nothing. They don't really want to. If you go get every gangbanger in the country, go get
a militia.
Let's say this is not a realistic number, but let's say it's 100 big homies in the country. Only 10 of them niggas I'm willing to bet could really lead they people. If you really told them niggas, you the big homie. Nigga, you gotta come up with food, clothing, and shelter for all your motherfucking niggas. And you gotta train these niggas to where y'all can defend yourself from outside invasion, defend your women, and you gotta instill a sense of philosophy, moral code, and honor, and you gotta uphold it, nigga, even by punishment, whether penalty is physical or injury or death. Nigga, you have to now control your own nation. A nigga would not want to be a big homie no more.
Yeah.
So it's like niggas don't really want to boss up and step up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is, man. I'll tell you what, if I ever get my own country,
scary as hell.
I tell you what, if I ever get my own country, I'm warning niggas now. Dictatorship, you don't get to vote, nigga. We're not voting. It's not certain shit. No, homosexuality not happening. You don't get a vote for that. Pedophilia, that's the worst crime. Pedophilia in my country is worse than murder.
Yep. Facts. Big facts.
Anything on the kid, we treat that worse than murder. Nigga, if you rape somebody, the lower the age of the victim, nigga, the worse we gonna consider your ass.
Yeah.
So y'all don't want me to have no country because no wickedness. It would be the most positively dictated country in the world. Everybody actually have freedom of speech. Everybody actually have equality, no matter what you look like. And if I catch you doing some bozo shit, rape, and the shit that America just be letting slip through the crack, you rape a kid and get probation.
Definitely.
We ain't playing them games, nigga. We ain't playing that. So I mean, niggas don't really want to boss up. And that's another reason niggas don't want to boss up, because now you're gonna have to look at European or colonial nations and basically tell them they doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at America and say,
you don't want to upset massa.
Yeah.
Niggas don't want to. Niggas don't want to. It's like in the 48 laws of cowards. So that's what I call it. 48 laws of cowards.
Yeah.
Like when they say,
going on in this book. What did this book do to y'all?
niggas act like. I'm just saying, niggas be acting like that shit is the Bible. It's a good read. I read it, but it's not the Bible. It's a book written by niggas and white people that show you that they have a blueprint on how to manipulate people. That's just what it is. It's good to know in case a nigga try it, but it's not some niggas really think that's the Bible. But
I swear, I kind of regret buying the book just because people just go. I'm like, what is going on? I only read half. I admit.
Niggas thought they was gonna read that book and become billionaire.
I can't.
Psychologists overnight. But putting it.
I was. Which is why
that's right. And ending it and going to the next question. In that book, it say never outshine the master. Who writes shit like that?
Right.
Except a nigga. Only nigga that would accept that is a nigga that accept being a slave, and only nigga that would write something like that is a nigga that wants you to be a slave. Yep. But the reason I'm bringing that up is exactly the reason I'm bringing that up is because niggas is afraid to outshine their masters. Niggas is afraid to say I could treat black people better than you can. I can rule a nation better than you can. You know what I'm saying? I can have people living healthier and more positively better than you can. And niggas is afraid to feel so strongly about that they willing to die behind that belief. And so just until niggas really get something in their spirit that say I got my people's best interest at hand, and I'm willing to become the overseer of my own people versus these colonial powers at by any means necessary. Niggas gonna always be third class citizens, and I'm gonna end it on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. How often do you meditate? Because in your ritual music video, which is a classic, you had that shaman energy flowing. So I want to know, how often do you meditate?
Man, I used to meditate all the time, and I say used to be honest. I haven't meditated as often as I used to. I mean, as often as I used to, and I can't really blame anything because we can make time for anything we want to do. But you know, me being a parent and this current transition I'm going through in life has just like totally collapsed my schedule. So like I gotta catch meditation. Like sometimes I meditate while I'm training, or I might meditate right before I go to sleep. But like as far as me getting back in my bag, I'm, you know, everybody probably know by now, I said it 1,000 times, I plan on moving. The only reason I'm not gone yet is because I'm not off. I'm waiting for parole to end. So I get off parole in July. As soon as I get off parole, we should be in a new city we going to by August. So once I slide and we get into our home, you know, we gonna create a meditation room, and I mean, kids have a playroom, and the kids will be old enough by then to where, you know, they both running around, and we might, you know, jump off and take turns and do our meditations. But as of right now, man, the way my schedule work, you see, I'm tired right now. As the way my schedule work, I'm up at 6 a.m. every morning, and I'm probably not sleep till like 1, 2, 3 in the morning every night. So I'm really running off 3 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep. So, I'm grinding right now because, I mean, it's a sacrifice. I'm grinding right now because I want to put my family in a specific position, and I know that being lazy ain't gonna cut it. So, I mean, as we move, and I want us to be comfortable. I'm not living struggle life or none of that. So, I'm grinding so my kids can have something in their accounts, and you know, us moving is not an issue. My lady could do whatever she want to do business wise. I could continue to do me business wise. If I want to, I could lose. I should be able to lose $5,000-$10,000. I'm gonna be mad as hell, but it shouldn't stop me. You know what I'm saying? So, whatchamacallit, that's just where I'm at right now. I'm in grind mode, but I'm still spiritual. I'm not you know, doing my thing, but I'm not gonna get on here and lie and be like, I meditate 3 times a day. Hell no, I'm not. I'm grinding like a motherfucker right now, and I fit it in where I can. I don't abandon my ancestors. I'm always in tune. And this might sound weird. This might sound weird as hell, but when I'm in water, like when I'm in the shower, that's when I'm mostly in my bag. Like that might sound weird as hell, but I'll wash up. Yeah, I wash up, and then I'll sit in there for like just 10 minutes and won't do nothing. 10, 15, 20 extra minutes.
Do you, I don't mean to cut you off. Do you have any water in your chart? Like any water?
Yeah, I'm an Aquarius moon sign.
Oh, so we'll see, there you go. I'm a Virgo moon, Scorpio rising and sun.
Oh, right. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there you go. That's the analytical side.
So that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, so when I'm in the shower, like that's when I'm like really like, nigga, I make some of my best songs, and I made ritual in the shower. You feel me? Like that's when I'm in my bag, that's when I'm in my mind. That's when I'm, you know, sometimes I just close my eyes and do my thing and meditate, and I let the water hit me, and I try to see, you know, feel it from a different perspective of my physical sense. That's when I get in my bag, mostly when I'm around water, or like those is my times. Like if I'm right before I lay down, I go to sleep, I do my thing, or if I'm in the shower, I mean, I dedicate an extra 10 minutes, or if I'm working out, I meditate. But as far as me doing it how I used to do it, my schedule had just got bigger. But like I said, like listen, y'all gonna see me pop out when we move. I'm getting a pyramid. I'm getting a meditation room. I'm getting a copper pyramid that you sit on. I'm going. If I gotta invest, if I gotta invest thousands into my we're gonna have a fire ass room. Like I need
crystals and all that, huh?
Just because we mentioned charts, but do you have a lot of Aquarius in your 4th house?
I have to actually look at my chart to be able to recall that. As of right now, I haven't looked at my chart.
Only because if what you're saying right now is crazy, because I'm very similar. This is scary. Mm-hmm. Like honestly, like I told Studi before that I wanted my own altar if I ever moved somewhere, like an actual altar. And the fact that you, first of all, with the whole water thing, that's not weird. It's actually very common. That's when I talk to my spirit guides. If I in a certain spot where it's like a stream, I go there and I sit down and I just think and create in my head. You know, because I have Venus in my 10th, and people who are like that are crazy creative. So it's like, and Leo was a creative sign, so water, anything that flows helps you. That's just the energy that it gives you. So that's actually very awesome. That says
that's right. So I mean, y'all gonna see when we slide. I'm gonna have it higher. I'm gonna have it going. I'm gonna have it higher body.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. So music is expressing mental vibration. So what do you intend to convey with your music when you put out your music?
My music is for entertainment purposes. Please don't believe anything that you hear in my music. Now, outside of entertainment purposes, my music is basically like that's when I become vulnerable. I'm not really naturally vulnerable, so it's just something I'm not like, I don't really like. I'm not gonna lie, like I could see somebody die and it doesn't, like, I keep it moving, like, oh, you dead, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not vulnerable like that, and I'm not crazy, I'm not a psychopath, but like for example, like I used to think it was sweet to see my python eat the rat. I thought that was sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm trying to give y'all. So most people be like, "Oh, that's so sad." Like, nah, like I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see that snake get that rabbit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I used to go on YouTube. I used to go on when I was in like 8th grade, 7th grade, and I used to type in, python feedings and I used to watch that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I used to watch spiders eat shit. I used to watch lions hunt. Like I like shit like that. So I'm not vulnerable. So my music is when I could be vulnerable. My music is when I could talk about, when this girl broke my heart, or, when I was this, that, and the third, or what I was thinking and what I was feeling. So I don't really rap about this shit I could rap about. I don't really rap about trying to live luxurious or nothing like that. Like I let my music give you a side of me that's more personal that you really wouldn't have, and I'ma always do that. And then, like, most people, if you've been following me, my mixtape series is in accordance with the chakras. So each mixtape, I give you music content that's on that wave. Like, for example, my first mixtape, which was my first chakra, it was like that. My second mixtape, which is my sacral chakra, it was more love songs on there and all that, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. My third chakra, which is your gut instinct, is when it got a little different. Then my fourth chakra, which was my heart chakra, my music, it balanced. It was like turn up music and higher music. Now I'm on this level 6, right now. I'm on level 5 right now, which is coming very soon. And my chakra, this is how I express myself. So this mixtape is gonna be straight hard, like that song I released called "You Can't Relate to Me." Damn near the whole mixtape gonna be like that. It's gonna be party songs on there too.
All right.
I know I always do at least one song for the queens, but this mixtape is gonna be like this shit gonna be like, oh, this nigga really could rap, and this nigga really hard, and you know what I'm saying? Like y'all just gonna respect the wave. I mean,
so do you plan on going on tour one of these days?
I would have been on tour. If I wasn't on parole, I would have been doing a lot of shit. It's a lot of celebrities I could have linked up with. That's real, right? It's a lot of things I could have done that Pharaoh has just, it's a lot of interviews that I had to not do, you know what I'm saying, because of Pharaoh. So Pharaoh definitely hindered me, but my tenacity kept me popping. But once I get off Pharaoh, I'm gonna be a whole nother young Pharaoh. Like I'm telling you, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna put myself on tour. I'm gonna do one show, one lecture. I'm gonna try to do one show and one lecture every weekend, if not every other weekend. I'm gonna create the tour map, put it up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna rock out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do my social experiments. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bring my speaker with me, have my mic, go start some shit outside. I might go get a sign. You know what I mean? I give you $1,000 if you could prove to me Jesus is real. You might be going downtown to work and be like, oh shit, young Pharaoh down there starting shit. So when I get off Parole, I'm gonna be a whole nother young Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be on the ground. Like I'm gonna be moving all that coming. Yeah, I'm coming. Like I'm coming, and I'm gonna be doing what I do.
Awesome. Okay, let's take a quick commercial break. We've been talking for a little minute. I'm about to play one of my favorite joints. The only reason why it's not my favorite is because it's another song on. Well, it's actually two songs. The intro, so fire, and Sugar Ray Leonard. That's my shit. But I'm gonna play Sacred Geometry. And you have that video coming out soon, right?
Sacred Geometry?
Yeah, Sacred Geometry.
Well, I mean this little corona buzz that up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but depending upon if people are able to move around or not, Double R is supposed to be popping up in Buffalo, real soon, like this week soon.
Shout out Double R too, because he fire.
Yeah,
that's fire as well.
That's my boy. So Double R was supposed to be popping up, and we was gonna shoot that. We was gonna shoot that when he got here. So the corona might be delaying that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, all right, y'all. This is Sacred Geometry by Young Pharaoh and Double R.
This is Double.
This one so hard. I love this song.
Cuban change that geometry. That's what that got me watching. I ain't
Double down on low.
Gotta keep the shit sacred. And we was playing with them squares. We used to cut them like geometry. And I was playing with them triggers. But I ain't passing trigonometry. Cuban chain, that's geometry. That's what I watching. I ain't you low. Sacred. And we was playing with them squares. We used to cut them like geometry. And I was playing with them triggers. But I ain't passing trigonometry. I'm in her flower like geometry. She told me treat it like it's sacred. He was trying to catch a body. On the way I felt anxious. I remember being down. Niggas talking soda. I had to get it with some water. Opium and baking soda. How them diamonds be cut, that's geometry. See that arch in her back, that's geometry. And I like how she angle. Say she like how I
run out of me.
How them diamonds be cut, that's geometry.
Hey.
See that arch in her back, that's geometry. And I like how she give me that angle.
Hey.
Say she like how I grip
Hey, get the shape of that body geometry. Bitch, I'm 90 degrees geometry. Baby girl on the camp videography. Told her hit the right angle geometry. And that's 90 degrees, you ain't follow me. Double R, you scaling on my isosceles. Baby, you come before me, apostrophe. Bitch, we covered in math geography. If I squares on the board, geometry. If we squares on the board, monopoly. And my radius small, geometry. Bitch, you did get the point, geometry. And she screaming my name, geometry. And I'm blowing no earth, geology. Hit the link in the biobiology.
And bitch on the God theology. Man, that bar.
That's what I got me watch. I ain't changing. Couple
low.
Gotta keep the shit sacred. And we was playing with them squares. We used to cut them like geometry. And I was playing with them triggers. But I ain't passing trigonometry. Cuban chain, that's geometry. That's what I got me watch. Couple dollars on the low. Gotta keep the shit sacred. And we was playing with them squares. We used to cut them like geometry. And I was playing with them triggers. But I ain't passing trigonometry.
Hey. Hey, if niggas wasn't so tired, I would have ran that shit back. But
for a second.
Huh?
You said I pulled this out. Let me vibe for a second.
You got to.
There you go.
Yeah, she's smoking weed. Yeah.
That's it. I don't do nothing else. That's it.
All right. Let's talk about balance for a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance between your daily life and your internet life?
it's one and the same. I don't cut the camera off and become another person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I really don't have to balance. It's really just, modulating my time. So that's really what it boils down to, and what it really comes down to. So what I do for a living, is really really what I do off the camera. So I don't have to. I really just gotta balance, my time of when I'm on the internet and when I'm off the internet, so that I could be a father and still be a family man. I'm not consumed by, my day job, but it's really not too much of a balance. It's a time thing.
Okay. So you have 2 beautiful children and a wonderful goddess. Is it hard to maintain your composure at home when misfortune happens over the internet? Like when people troll, or when people, shit like, them fuck ass niggas that do shit. Is it hard to maintain composure?
I wouldn't say it's hard to maintain composure, but can you get that? Raka. But I wouldn't say it's hard to maintain composure, but I would say that it's just about being level-headed and not letting trolls or people that, do things like that, or letting people that bother me affect me on that level. So it's like as long as the trolling doesn't delve into my personal life, then I can deal with it. Like, for example, with Polite, like, he trolls differently. He has life. You know what I'm saying? So as long as people are not trolling like that or calling IPO, I don't even care. Like, I really honestly don't care. And it's like the way that I grew up, per se, was so different that this is easy. Like, you can, like, a video, like somebody disliking me in a video, that's easy. Like, I'm used to people trying to get me. You know what I mean?
What do you say? That's the least of my fucking. That's the least of my work.
As long as people are not trolling. How you doing? As long as people are not trolling me to the point where whatchamacallit, I am, it's affecting my personal life, then I'm good. I'm fine.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. In our alternate universe, right? Would you be a graphic designer or a lawyer?
A graphic designer. I love cartoons. I love anime. I love all them kind of things. You know what I mean? And that's where my spirit is at. The thing that stopped me from becoming an attorney is because I didn't want to be in that circle of people all day. Like, I just know what comes with that. I'm not a Freemason, so I'm gonna be outnumbered, for one.
Right.
2, when you get to, I actually have a moral code. So if a criminal is wrong, or somebody's, wrong, then I'm not, I'm gonna uphold the law. But if the police is wrong, I'm gonna still uphold the law. So it's like, why put myself in a lion's den where I'm outnumbered by the lions? You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to play myself like that. But when it comes to animation and cartoons and things like that, this is something that has always been genuinely a part of myself and what I like to do. I actually was in school for animation graphics design for like a year, and I actually dropped out of school to do this full time. But I got 2 episodes that I wrote already. I wrote like 2 episodes in like 2013 or 14 in my sales. So like, I'm actually big on animation. It's something I want to do, something I'm actually going to do. Whatchamacallit, down the line, and this is a part of my business plan. So, I don't plan on just being a lecturer. I want to get in every lane. I want to do something that no Black person has done yet, which is everything. You've never seen. It's like you like Kobe, but Kobe is not Malcolm X. You like Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson didn't have a mind for his people. He didn't have a Muhammad Ali mind. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you see Malcolm X, but then Malcolm X is not. He may not be able to contribute to his people outside the political arena. So for me, I want to be, an athlete, be a fighter. I want to be a music artist. I want to a voice. You know what I'm saying? I want to say a leader, but I want to be a voice of intellect. I want to be, you know, a producer, whether it be animation or whatever. So I want to, you know, by the time the next, I'm not even gonna say 5. By the time the next 3 years go by, I want to be in every lane. You know, I want to be doing concerts. I want to be lecturing. I want to be creating cartoons, whether it be for kids. You know, I have my kids' cartoons and I have my adult cartoons. You know, at one point in time, I wanted to be a stuntman, depending upon what offer comes. That's not off the table because I'm very athletic. I'm all that. So,
yeah, I know. I saw one of your stretching videos when you was on IG. I'm like, man, that shit hurt. That shit was hurt when you had the little crank thing and you was getting ready for your fight. I'm like, God damn, dude.
Yeah, I'm very.
So I could definitely see you doing that.
I just did a video at I forgot what it was called, but I didn't upload to my Instagram. But I am where I don't know what I did. I like ran and I did like a Mick Twisty and I act like I pulled out some guns, but we were seeing who could do like the best Deadpool impersonation. But like, it's so many things that I'm going to do, but I'm gonna use my lifestyle and we're gonna all use the polygamy lifestyle to fund our dreams. So it's like I really don't want to. It's one thing that had a talent to do something, and then it's another thing that had a door closed on you because you're not in the in club. So I don't want no beef. I'm not trying to start beef with Hollywood, or I'm not trying to do none of that. I just want to be able to say, listen, I got 50,000 that I saved up, and this is what I want to do. Who can I pay to do the work? You feel me? And I got my own YouTube channel. I don't have to be on TV. I'm fine with YouTube. So if I'm just, you know, an independent filmmaker, and that's what I become, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not stressing to be on Netflix or none of that. I'm gonna work my channel and work with my people and just, I mean, grind off my
be a whole media empire. Really, that's one of my goals. So I definitely understand.
Yes, sir.
The limit is only what you think you can mentally, you know, deal with. So, you are knowledgeable of the legal system. Was your experience in prison, like what you went through while you were incarcerated, is that what pushed you into learning the legal system so much, or is it just something that you had interest in?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm not gonna say I was doing anything illegal, but at one point in time in my life, like I said, I was living my life to the fullest. So I had already created knowledge of what I'm doing and what the punishment is, and then with the minimum, you know, you learn the maxes and the minimums. You know, you learn what a charge is. You learn how, you know, to do things to where, you know, the charge might be lessened. For example, like, you know, I don't know how other people hustle, but in Buffalo, we hustle mostly outside, especially in the summertime. So we, you know, niggas only trap in the winter because it's too cold to be outside. So instead of me having a bundle on me, I might have a bundle up the like you know, 2-3 houses over. And I mean, you know, we don't do nothing. I mean, you put the money right there and you walk and you grab what you want. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna just watch you, or we might have the fiend hit you. You know what I'm saying? I might, what you want, boss? Fiend hit you, and I'm just here to make sure you don't play no games with my motherfucking money. So you know what I mean? So it's like you can't really catch a sale. You know what I mean? If you're moving like that, and you can't, I mean, police raid, it's possession's 9/10 of the law. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know what you're doing before you do it. You know what I'm saying? And then people might look at me and say, "Nigga, you got a criminal mentality, nigga. How you think Hillary Clinton ain't been to jail yet?"
Yeah,
like, you know what the fuck she doing before she doing. So yeah, I'm a legit citizen. If the FBI is watching me right now, y'all know I don't break no laws, nigga. I don't even run no lights. So I mean, I'm just speaking hypothetically here, but I mean, I know what whole 5 years, I know what whole 20 years, so I was already psychologically prepared for certain things. But how I actually got educated on how to argue the law, because it's one thing to know the law, and it's another thing to be able to present an argument
and articulate it, right?
Yeah, how I became able to argue the law is the same way I exposed Tyson Fury. Me knowing that I'm right and ignoring everybody that's telling me that I'm wrong. So like when I caught this case, the main people that was telling me to cop out and just lay down was other prisoners, especially older niggas. Like the older the nigga was, the more young blood. Don't go in that courtroom, young blood playing with them young blood. And I'm like, what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not copping out to no gun that's not mine. You got to be out of your motherfucking mind. So, I mean, I started going to the law library and educate myself. Like literally, dude. Like I was like, I got my book right now over here. This shit like this thick, just a note. And I used to read. Read the penal code, because if anybody ever been in the law library, it's a thick ass book. That bitch probably got about 1,000 some pages in there, and that shit say CPL point whatever edition, and that shit got every motherfucking crime in that bitch, from petty theft, human trafficking, and they got every type of crime. Like for example, a gun charge. There's about 5 different gun charges. It's A felonies, C felonies, B felonies. You know what I mean? You can get if you caught with an illegal weapon inside your home or place or business, the charge is actually less than if you get caught with it outside. Most people don't know that. So you know what I'm saying? It's really if you in a house and it's an illegal weapon in your house, it's supposed to be a D felony if you're not used. Like for example, I got charged with a C felony, which is criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree, of a firearm in the second degree. But the C felony means it's intent to do bodily harm. So I wasn't robbing nobody. I wasn't saving no gun at nobody. Ain't nobody called. I didn't get no 911 call. Y'all motherfuckers said y'all found a gun in the yard. So where's the bodily? Who the fuck was I trying to harm? So most people don't even know. They be overcharged. So
yeah, I was gonna say they try to stack charges.
But niggas don't know because it's so fluent. Most niggas in Buffalo, New York, I'm not gonna speak for no other county. Most niggas in Buffalo, New York, when they get a gun charge, it's just an automatic C felony. So it's like, I wouldn't give a fuck if you caught a gun on a nigga waist. If he's not brandishing a weapon, you ain't catch this nigga with it to somebody's head trying to rob him. How is, you know what I'm saying? He's not in the commission of using his weapon violently. You overcharging him. And then most people don't know you can go to the grand jury. So like, I mean, I asked to go to the grand jury. I wasn't allowed to go. My rights were just violated the whole way through. But long short, I went to that law library every day and I read. If it was a word I didn't understand, I looked it up. And I wasn't afraid to go into an area that I might not be the best in and learn. And I went in there. I got so good. My one man, I'm not gonna say his name. The nigga came to jail for a gun 3 times in a row. I beat the first 2 for him.
Dang.
The first 2. I'm like, yeah, they fucked up right here. This is illegal. Boom, nigga beat it. Came back. I'm like, bruh, what is you doing? I get a nigga the case law again. He beat it again the 3rd time. I'm like, bro, I'm not helping you, bro. Like, nigga, you got to do this on your own. But like, I was like, I literally was, and I'm not a lawyer. Let me get my disc. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not none of that. I'm not giving nobody legal advice. But I was like the youngest nigga. Niggas. I was like 19, 20, and niggas like 25, 30 was like calling me big bro. Like I was helping niggas. Was like I was helping niggas go home, like helping niggas beat their case. You feel what I'm saying? Like I fought my case. I honestly don't think, and I think I'm not even capping. I don't think nobody in Erie County fought a gun case longer than me ever in the history.
Yeah.
Like I fought my case. It took me so long to go upstate. The police in the county started to think that the government planted me there or something. Swear to God.
Wow.
Like they started acting like, yo, what is you really in here for? Like, is you in here? I'm like, nigga, I'm in here for a gun. They like, yo, we ain't never seen a nigga fight no gun case for no 2 years, and I ain't telling nobody. I'm not on no paperwork. I'm just fighting. Man, I fought so hard when I got convicted at trial. 2 weeks later, I was no longer guilty because I put in what's called a 330-30 motion. Most people don't know what that is. That's a motion to vacate the verdict based upon your grounds for dismissal. I had 12 grounds. And I'm like, the judge fucked up here. I even had the judge's verdict as a ground because most people don't know it's called a repugnant verdict if a judge sentenced you based off evidence that wasn't presented. And my ground, one of my grounds still to this day is motherfucking police said they found a gun in the yard. I don't have no DNA, no fingerprints on the gun. It wasn't on my person. Another nigga took off running. Now, I'm not going to say whether that's his gun or not. I don't know the nigga. But another nigga took off running. And the police didn't document that in the police report. So they wrote the police report up as if it was only me. But it's another nigga who took off running. So basically the way I got charged is the police like, who gun is this? Who's the nigga that took off running? And I ain't gonna lie, I got smart. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, I ain't got no badge on. That ain't my job. And they're like, well, okay, motherfucker. I'm saying, like, okay, I'm like, whatever. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I ain't got no DNA. This ain't my gun. And they railroaded the fuck out of me. But long story short, this is where the repugnant verdict come in. Boom. The forensic lab, the DA said he never tested the gun. So when we get to trial, they like, we never tested it. You feel me? So that's violation of my Fifth Amendment because they did test it. They just see my shit really wasn't on there. Then they lied and said they never tested. So boom, we get to court. If you never did forensics on this weapon, how are you? The judge
throw the whole case away.
And this how I got sentenced, bro. And I got the transcript, bro. The judge said, this is exactly what he said. He said, even the sheriff, you know, the county sheriffs that take you to court, they was calling by my last name. They like, Daniels, you going home, nigga. Like the sheriff was like, oh, you beat that. Like the sheriff, the motherfuckers that sit in your trial and be taking you back, they was like, you beat, the sheriff was like, nigga, you beat that. I forgot when I blew trial. Yeah. The sheriff was like, listen, man, they just fucking robbed you. I swear to God, the fucking sheriff told me. I'm in the elevator mad as hell. They like, listen. If they're like, listen, when you go back to the unit, just don't get in no shit. Don't just go on your tail. They like, nigga, we know you hurt, nigga. They like, we thought, nigga, they like, the sheriff told me like, nigga, they robbed you. But long story short, this is how I blew trial. The judge connected the gun to me falsely. He said, he stopped my trial and he let the police go take pictures of the crime scene.
Hey, YP, I don't mean to cut you off. Some of the people in the chat saying that they can't hear you. I can hear you perfectly. Kim, can you hear?
No, they probably trolling. I don't know. Maybe they not. I don't know, but I don't know if they can't hear me. I don't know because everybody else hear me. We've been
you straight. Yeah.
Okay. I'm talking a little louder. So, boom. This how the judge, gave me that repugnant verdict. He stopped my trial in the middle of trial and allowed the police to go take pictures of the crime scene, which is illegal. The judge cannot aid in the prosecution. If the district attorney, we in the middle of trial. I've been at trial for like 2-3 days now. How you gonna stop my trial on the third day and let them go take pictures of a crime scene from 2 years ago? You don't know if these people painted that house. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if people did whatever. So the judge was like, he was like, oh, we find you guilty of criminal possession of a weapon in second degree because it was paint chips on the gun and the paint chips on the gun matched the chips on the house. I said, okay, what the fuck do that mean? Because y'all said I didn't do forensics on the gun. So if you didn't do forensics on the gun and the district attorney never in the history of this whole case said anything about it being paint chips on the gun, what evidence are you weighing to come up with that judgment if there's nothing in front of you saying that paint chips was on the gun? Nobody said that. Even when the judge said that, the DA looked at me like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't say nothing about no paint. Y'all said y'all never even tested this. So it could be 50 homicides on this gun. You would never know. Or you didn't test it. So who the fuck told you it was paint chips on the gun? And then how you gonna hit me with that finesse when you just let them go take pictures of the crime scene 3 days ago and we had trial 2 years later? How did that work? So I'm like, okay, so that's how they robbed me. But inside of my 330 motion, out of all of my grounds, I put the judge as having a repugnant verdict in there. And this is how I ended up still going upstate because my lawyer, when I went to court to argue it, and I still got the call, May 14, 2014, it was a fucking Wednesday. I would never forget that day. My lawyer, I got him on record on a record, and my lawyer said he put my argument in. I got something in the mail from the DA's office saying you are no longer guilty of your crime. You come back to argue your joint. So they kept postponing me. They postponed me for 7 months. Didn't let me argue. Then when I got to court, my lawyer straight told me, swear to God on my kids, my lawyer straight told me, he said, listen, man, I'm throwing myself under the, you know how your lawyer come to the back? But I'm going to give y'all the vision. I'm in this cell, right? Because I'm in county court. I'm in the court where niggas getting charged for murder. So I'm shackled up. My hands is shackled to my waist, and I got my little legal mail folder in my hand. You know what I mean? I'm shackled up. So long story short, it's like you can't really talk to your lawyer. It's a hole in the door, and you got to put your face on the door, his face on the door, through the hole. You know what I'm saying? So my lawyer like, listen, I just threw myself under the bus for you. I'm like, what you mean you threw yourself under the bus for me? Nigga straight told, bro, put this on my kid. My attorney straight told me, he said, the judge doesn't want to look dumb losing this case to you. So I'm going to give, he was like, so I'm going to give you ineffective assistance of counsel, and you can use that on your appeal. I'm like, how the fuck is that doing me a favor, asshole? Because I'm still going to jail. So my to talk to him. So I just told him, I said, man, get the fuck away from me, man. I was so mad, bro. I went out the court. I was so mad, bro. I'm like, I should hop over this motherfucker. I was so mad. So when I went out there, the judge was like, oh, your 330 motion argument, is dismissed because you never submitted your argument. I'm like, how I didn't submit my argument? If I didn't submit my argument, what the fuck is we doing here today? And how was the verdict overturned? But the judge didn't want to have to answer to why he gave me that repugnant ass verdict and convicted me based on evidence that was never presented. And I'm still fighting this case to this motherfucking day. So, yeah, I mean, I done been adjourned about 3 times. You feel me? So my shit's supposed to be getting heard this month, as long as they don't adjourn me again.
Right.
But I'm still fighting that. So my thing is, what motivated me is when I know I'm right, I'm not gonna lay down. I'm gonna go for broke. If it's in the field that I'm unfamiliar with, I'm gonna self-educate and get familiar, and I'm gonna go hard. So I fired 2 attorneys. Got on my 3rd. So like I wasn't playing. Like niggas knew when they come in the courtroom, that nigga got all my shit is in order. I'm slapping shit out on the desk. Like nigga, we getting it popping. Every time I come in this motherfucker, we getting it popping. So that's how I got familiar with the law.
Well, I'm very thankful and grateful that you made it out of there, because that's crazy. I've honestly never been tied up in the system. I got into a fight in high school and was put in the holding cell, and I'm like, okay, this shit ain't for me. Like I'm off that bullshit, bro.
When I caught my first, I used to be late to high school because I was coming from court. I used to have to get permission slips from the judge to let so I don't lose attendance. You know what I mean? Like I think I caught my first felony at like 16, but it got sealed. I mean, I'm not gonna tell y'all what it was for, but I didn't do it, but I was charged. I was like 16 or 15, knife work, something like that. But I was like, high school for me was like, that shit was like a break. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was like a break from life. Like I was going to court. I used to be going to high school on probation. Like my probation officer used to be making sure I was in school. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, I was mad. We was fighting in school, police coming. I done been handcuffed in the office in front of the principal. You know, lying, talking about it wasn't me. I wasn't fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't got niggas from my city. Y'all niggas know, man. Niggas in high school, like, it was we from here and they did. I could be like, nigga, I don't know what y'all niggas. That was not me fighting in the motherfucker. I mean, so
yeah,
I done been through it as a young man.
And also, I forgot what lecture it was, but you also mentioned that during court they'll do certain hand signals to communicate with each other.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Listen, if motherfuckers get to pointing up glasses too much and putting their hands in pockets in court, somebody about to go to jail. Because really what it is just money, man. Like I had motherfuckers tell me, I had attorneys tell me like, yo, you wouldn't have went to jail if it wouldn't have been election time. Like I had motherfuckers tell me like, yo, you would have beat this if you would have went to trial or been dealing with this during any other time, you would have beat it. But I had motherfuckers tell me like, yo, it's about stats. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas need their stats, niggas need their conviction. And then what they do is they do you filthy, and then they just hope that you stop fighting. Like I caught this case in 2012. It's 2020. That means I've been fighting this case for 8 years, and it's probably gonna take me damn near gonna take me 8 to 10 years to get some justice. You know what I mean? Or get some leeway. You feel me? Like I'm just now getting my argument heard. I blew trial 2014. I'm just now getting my argument heard in 2020. So that's damn near 6 years later. I'm just now getting in front of a judge to be able to say, I told y'all motherfuckers I didn't do this. Please look this case over. So that's how they do. Like niggas be thinking like in court when you watch on TV, they be like, would you like to appeal? Man, that shit take forever. That shit they don't look back on the case as fast as they try to prosecute. So yeah, I mean,
and that shit costs money, right? And some people can't afford to not have a stain on their name.
It don't cost you money if you want to, unless your lawyer like actually is invested in you. But most niggas going to trial with a public pretender. Like that's why I told you I fired you. I fired me some niggas. You're not gonna
y'all playing games.
Bro, I keep my transcripts, bro. I speak up for myself. But I keep all my transcripts, so niggas can read my transcripts and be like, this nigga really be in court speaking on his own behalf. Like I told my judge, this nigga is not representing me. I'm telling him to use these arrest keys. I'm telling him to use these case laws. He's refusing to cite these in the arguments. This is the argument I want to go with. He's not doing it. And you can't really tell me I'm wrong because nigga, I'm making legal sense. So I fired a nigga right in the middle of the court in front of the judge. So
yeah,
it is what it is. It's called relief of counsel. I need to be relieved of this nigga for sure. So yeah, I mean,
I fuck around, be here for a couple years.
Yeah, like, do you dirty, man. They're gonna do you dirty.
Have you considered writing a book based on your life, or at least with the knowledge that you have?
No, I'm going to. I'm definitely listen. I would have wrote some books last year, but dealing with the trolls like Polite and all them type of niggas is what hindered me. Because instead of me funneling my money in areas of me doing certain things, I had to be paying for attorneys.
All right.
I'm suing this nigga on top of fighting a case in Baltimore. So them 2 attorneys I'm paying for. You know what I'm saying? Them shits ain't cheap. Like, I don't like to talk. I spent about at least $30,000 on my attorney just for Polite.
Man,
so,
that's
I mean, so it's like a lot of this shit that I wanted to do for the last year and a half, I gotta do. I'm late. I'm finna do it, but I'm late because I was fighting for my freedom, literally, because niggas is playing dirty on the internet. So, I mean, that's just me keeping it 100, and that's just his attorney. It ain't got shit to do with the other attorney that I had to use to go to trial in Baltimore. So, I mean, it be like that.
Hopefully, you get your funds back when with that counter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, you got to come up off my bread.
Yeah.
About Polite, you know, I'm not threatening nobody. I'm not saying I'm gonna do anything. But the thing about Polite is, I get off for parole in July, asshole.
I need that bag. White PD needs that bag.
I'll fly in. You know what I mean? I'll fly in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't threatening nobody. I'm not saying I'm coming to find him. I'm just saying I might be able to move around. We might be in the same city and we might pop up at the same motherfucking place. And I might just want to shake your motherfucking hand. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get mine.
Let me see. You had a few near-death experiences growing up, right?
Yes, sir.
How has that changed your view on life as a whole?
Man, it changed my view on. I ain't gonna say it changed it. It confirmed it because I had already knew it was more to the world than just this physical realm. But actually going there or having my life in jeopardy or flash before my eyes so many times, like repetitively, it made me comfortable with not being here. Like I'm not afraid to get the fuck out of here. Like, I mean, and I'm not suicidal, so I don't want to say no shit. Niggas say I'm suicidal, but like a part of me, I'm ready to go. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm here because I got something to do and I got kids. But like, I'm not really attached to nothing here. Like I don't care about clubbing. I don't care like the shit that people care about. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't like. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Part of me, I'm ready to go ahead and be where the fuck I got to go. I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers. I'm not gonna lie. So,
I'm trying to tell you.
So part of me is like, damn, I still got 60 more years of this shit. So you know what I mean, trying to wake these motherfuckers up, but it definitely made me. It's 2 things that it do, man. It either bring a tremendous amount of fear out you, or it bring a predator out of you. And it's like when a jaguar hone in on his prey. It's like you can see it in that jaguar eyes. Like, oh, this is going down. Like, so for me, it's like I didn't seen gun. I didn't have bullets fly by my head so many times. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking even prison, like, you know what I mean? And I'm not gang affiliated, never was. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, you know, like I done been to prison. I done been in the, like when I first went to jail before I even hit prison, I'm beefing in a whole center so much I couldn't even live nowhere. Like the sergeant had to put me in the office and be like, listen, we don't give a fuck what you got going on in the street. You're not about to come turn my jail into chaos. The sergeant had to tell me, like, I'm the you don't run the jail, I run the jail.
Right.
For everybody, I can't live nowhere. Nigga, I was beefing so much. You heard? I'm not gonna throw no name. This is hypothetical. Don't believe me. I'm lying right now. I'm lying. I was beefing so much that I ran into this one nigga that, you know what I mean, some things happened with one of my niggas. My niggas is gone. whatchamacallit, I'm not saying he did it, but I ran into a nigga and I hit the gallery. You know what I mean? And the way the gallery work, if y'all can envision it, is it's cell blocks and then you got the door that slide and you walk in. So I walk in the gallery, the first nigga like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Who might you be? Let's say he say, who might you be? So I'm like, nigga, you already know who I am, nigga. Suck my dick, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? So I go right to my cell. So niggas like, oh, so I go right to my cell lock. So nigga, now everybody out, but I'm in because I just got there. So they don't pop me out yet. So I'm in my cell. So I don't even unpack my bags. And I'm like, yo, y'all niggas know how I'm rocking, nigga. I'm not unpacking no bags. None of that. Nigga, when I lock out, knockout, y'all niggas know how I'm giving it up. So niggas could have violated me. Like in jail, niggas throw piss on you. I'm in the cell. I can't do nothing. It's bars. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas ain't violated nothing because niggas respect my gangster. So, you know what I mean? When I popped out my cell, I pop nigga like, let's pop. I pop the bottle on the nigga immediately. Police take me to the box. I get to the box. I see another nigga that I got smoked with, right? So I plot on this nigga. The neck, my arm was broke. So the police got broke my arm. So when my arm got a little hilt, right? Boom. Motherfucking, I go on my joint. You heard? And I'm skipping the part. I'm on the phone. The nigga coming back from rec. So I go on my cell. So I purposely watch what time the nigga go to the yard. Cause you're not supposed to have, inmate on inmate contact. So I watch the nigga go to the yard. And then I asked to get on the phone. And I'm on the phone, but I'm really just waiting for this nigga to come back to the yard. Come back to the yard. Shake right out. Another incident where I saw a nigga and I faked like I went in my cell, but I didn't close my door all the way. And nigga, like, listen, I'm a unit monster. I mean, I'm a unit monster. If it's moving, nigga, and I don't give a fuck about going to the body. I mean,
right.
I mean, so out of all of that, and niggas can't live nowhere. Niggas trying to, I mean, like I didn't prove who I am to myself, man. This is why I don't gotta be with 30 niggas. Like I didn't prove my gangster to myself, and I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. I just want to be humbled and left alone. I don't want to be known as a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Y'all niggas could do that. I want to be a family man, but like I didn't prove to myself. Like I didn't been in situations where I hit Wyoming. Anybody in New York, you know, Wyoming is the worst medium facility in the state. We had like 1,700 cut-ins in a year. It's only 365 days in a year. Wyoming's so crazy, nigga. You might be like, I got a toothache, and you go to the nurse, and it's 10 niggas in there holding their face like this because they didn't got their head chopped. So nigga, I look good. You don't see no cuts on me. And so when I hit Wyoming, soon as I hit the penitentiary, the niggas from New York City already know why. Oh, we heard about you. You the Buffalo nigga. You shake out. I'm just I mean, whatever.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do my thing. Yeah.
As soon as I hit the jail, it's 2 yards. It's a yard in the front. It's a yard in the back. A yard in the front, B yard in the back, and it's a mile. Like you gotta literally walk a mile. Like nigga, to go to chow or go to get something to eat, nigga, you gotta walk a mile, nigga, in the snow, nigga. They not shoveling none of that. So I got my big ass bag, and I'm walking, nigga. This is my first day in the jail, bro. I don't do no capping, bro. If I'm capping, any nigga could get on the internet and be like, he lying. And please don't do it for clout. Niggas from my city know how I'm rocking. Soon as I hit the jail, I'm screaming into the yard. You're not even supposed to do that. I'm screaming to the yard like, yo, tell them such and such in the jail. I'm not unpacking my bag. Blah. I'm in the jail. So niggas like, oh, all right. I'm like, all right. Yeah. I go to my dorm. I don't unpack my bag. Boom. They move me to the front like I thought. Nigga, I hit the yard at like, it's 3 yards. There's one at 6 in the morning, one at 1 p.m., and then there's one at night. Nigga, I hit the 6 in the morning rep. Like, yo, I hit back. Know what I'm saying? No disrespect to nobody from the city. Y'all niggas know how. Y'all niggas know. Y'all mean we respect our gangsters. Y'all respect our all. I don't want to say nothing crazy, but y'all mean the hat boys. Y'all niggas know what that mean. All of the niggas that wear red, them niggas in the weight shack. I hit the weight. The weight shack is where it go down. Like you don't hit the weight shack is the most dangerous. But I hit the weight shack on my dolo. Like yo, we're such and such at. I mean, we tell him to come out. I thought he was gonna be out there. I come back out at 1 o'clock, nigga. It was the most craziest energy, nigga. Extra police out here, like everybody about to go down. Nigga, what? First nigga they got, what's happening? Nigga put right up on the nigga. What's happening? Is it smoke? Is it moving? Niggas know how I'm rocking. I'm putting pressure on niggas in front of the whole. I don't give a fuck, nigga. We out of here. So I ain't gonna continue the story, but yeah, I mean, I prove my gangster, nigga, by myself. I don't need no team. I don't need no niggas. Nigga, just pop my cell and let me go to work. So my thing is, I don't have nothing to prove to nobody, man. I don't gotta roll deep. I know how I do. I'm not a nigga. If a nigga, like I tell, I go to Target all the time, just like everybody else, nigga. You catch me at Target.
Right. So let me ask you this. Oh, go ahead, Kim. I'm sorry.
I just been, oh God, just the. I really, really do hope you write that book one day. I'm buying 10 of. I don't care. Yourself.
It's gonna take you on it, man. It's gonna take you. You're gonna be like, what the fuck was this nigga going through? Man.
Yeah. So let's differentiate. I don't know if I'm saying this word right, but different. I'm not even gonna try to say that shit. I know that you do. Yeah. I know that you try to separate your movement from the Black conscious community, that whack ass shit, because it's nothing. It's just a bunch of scammers and schemers. So can you give the audience a solid definition on what pro-righteousness actually means?
Yeah, man. I don't got nothing to do with no conscious community. I never did. I didn't come out with no conscious community. Anybody that know me from day one, y'all know I came up on my own, the same way I'm doing now on my own. Pro-righteousness is a formula that I created, not to try to coon or escape from being Black, but just acknowledging that just because people Black, that don't mean that they got your best interest at hand. And that's what has held the Black community back so much is we want to physically segregate, but we don't want to spiritually segregate. So it's like, let me give an example. A nigga might say the white man is the devil, right? But then the niggas you hang with every day is worse than any white man you ever met. Half y'all niggas don't even know white people. Half y'all niggas don't see white people when you go to work or school. Other than that, you don't even be around white people. So you trying to segregate away from somebody because you claiming that they do something that you're not even around them to experience, but the people around you, friends, family, and people closest to you is doing the same shit that you're blaming white people for doing. So my thing is, we here, man. We integrated. Y'all did that. It is what it is. So until my people say we ready to create our own country and our own nation, we gonna live civilly where we at. You know what I'm saying? We gonna live civilized. So my thing is, I want to deal with the virtue in a person's spirit, man, because that's how I move. You feel what I'm saying? I move virtuous, and I like manners. I like honesty. I like integrity. So I'm not gonna really say if the white boy not a thief and the Black boy is a thief, I'm gonna pick the Black boy. It's not happening because I don't want to live around a fucking thief. So I'm gonna live around who's the most beneficial to my spirit and my mental health. And I feel like a lot of Black people, we just let our households and our communities go down the drain because we scared to cut people off because we have this fictitious sense of loyalty to evil because it looked like us. And I we should put more pressure on a wicked motherfucker if they look like us because it should be more of a disgusting thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a stranger could rape somebody, but if you find out your brother a rapist, you're supposed to go harder. Like you know what? So it's supposed to be, the punishment is supposed to be more severe. So for me, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't get hurt when I ain't gonna say hurt, but I don't really police kill a nigga senselessly. I expect that, but niggas just shooting up the block, hitting innocent motherfucker. That shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna follow. I'm not gonna follow no blind path, and I'm not gonna let y'all niggas lead me down no road. You know what I'm saying? That y'all niggas don't want to go down. So I'm always gonna be a dragon for my people, but that don't mean I'm gonna. If we asking white people where the good cops at to call out the bad cops, we can't do that unless we willing to call out the evils of our people. You know what I'm saying? So I can't sit here and defend toxic culture, but then sit here and be talking shit about toxic cultures and just because they're not in my community. So my thing is I'm fair all around the board, man. No matter what you look like, no matter where you coming from, if you dealing with me on an angelic level, I can fuck with you. If you not, then fuck you. Period.
All right. Big facts. So we spoke a little bit about boxing earlier. And we all know that you've been going hard on the Tyson Fury situation, but you are a Muay Thai fighter. What are your ultimate goals in Muay Thai?
Well, I want to go pro. You know, part of the reason of me moving is not only for what are the things I want to do business wise, but for my fight career as well. Because, you know, I want to be there. Muay Thai is not available to me here in my city, and I don't want to give up this specific fighting style to do something that I don't actually love to do. Like I could go do MMA, but my heart is in Muay Thai. You know what I'm saying? If I decide to do it one day, then that'd be when my heart to decide to do it. But right now, I actually like this fighting style, and it's something I want to pursue. And as far as my goals, ever since I got robbed out of my fight last year, I've been taking, you know, on certain things to do my own things and start my own organization. So I'm not gonna say too much on the internet, but I'm gonna pop out this year. That's all I'm gonna say. When I move, I'm gonna be doing my own thing. I'm gonna be looking for fighters, amateur or pro, and I'm gonna try to create an environment where you can fight safely. You know, it's officially, and you don't got to worry about getting robbed, whether you white, black, or whatever.
Right.
Bullshit. I mean, because for me personally, I feel like white people try to fuck your record up on purpose to stop you from going pro. Because like I lost 5 fights that I know for a fact I shouldn't have lost.
Clearly won.
Like, to me, if you ask me what's my record, I only lost 2 fights. And that's just me being honest. All my other fights, there's no way you telling me I lost. Whether it was in my beginning stages where I was slow, or they was like my title fight where you can see I'm moving a little bit. My cardio is better a little bit. So I feel like judges and stuff, they be fucking up fighters' records on purpose. So that way, when you try to go pro, your record looks stupid. And you know what I'm saying? It's harder for you to do that. So for me, I'm just like, man, fuck y'all. I'm going to create my own environment to fight in where if I lose, I lose, but it's going to be fair. You know what I'm saying? But you're not robbing me on no cards and doing that shit. And then other fighters will have a fair shot as well to build their amateur records if they want to go pro. And I mean, that's where I'm going to go. And I'm definitely, when I get off pro, I'm definitely going to go to Thailand and do my 60 to 90 days over there and go train hard. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I'm going to vlog it, document it. You know what I mean? I'm going to Thailand to do my 90 days. I'm not going to lie. I was going to go drop like 15, 20 bands to go train with the Mayweathers, but they can kiss my ass. Fuck them. I'm going to go somewhere else. But I was going to go train at the Mayweather gym, but fuck the Mayweather gym. I'm going to put myself on a fight camp tour. I'm going to go to Thailand, and after Thailand, I was going to hit the Mayweather gym, but I'm going to find another gym. But I'm going to dedicate 6 months to really just skipping. Like I don't want to be in no class. Fuck all that. Like, I mean, the city I'm moving in, they got a great Muay Thai gym. They got people that's already fighting on TV in the gym. So it's going to be a great environment for me, and it's specifically Muay Thai. And then I'm going to go take myself to Thailand, go train with the Thais. You know what I mean? And then I'm going to come back from over there and be a savage. And it's like, I mean, I'm already got the physical ability. It's just once I get my gas tank and I get more knowledge in the sport, I'm going to be slaying everything that moves. So, I mean, when I get off parole, I'm doing all of the shit that I want to do right now. I'm just going to be patient. And then when I get off parole, I'm going to go turn myself into a super killer. And then I'm going to be destroying motherfuckers.
What do you say? It's off to the races.
I'm just waiting.
Okay, this is my last question, and then I want to show off your website, and then we can head out of here.
Okay.
Because I know we've been rocking for a little minute.
Right.
My last question to you is, you know the saying, with knowledge comes power, right?
Yes.
But how do you convert that knowledge into power in your eyes?
I would say it depends on what you think you know. Because you can know how to cook crack. You know what I'm saying? You got people hear the word knowledge and we automatically assume it's a positive thing. Like you can learn how to garden, or you can learn how to make a coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So it depends on what kind of power you want. Because power don't mean it's good either. You know what I'm saying? So the knowledge that you want to obtain has to be in alignment with the kind of power you want. You know what I'm saying? If you want to become a powerful pedophile, you have to gain knowledge on how to successfully traffic humans.
Yeah.
The power I want is to be able to rebuild my people without the interference of others. I don't want to go to war with nobody, but I want to be able to successfully defend myself with somebody trying to go to war with me. So
Right.
I acquire knowledge in that area. I acquire knowledge of, you know, how my ancestors lived or how they would like, you know, how they would have meant for us to live and inherit power. And I try to pass that down to my people unapologetically. And that's the type of power that I want to gain. I want to gain the power to be able to see somebody that's homeless and change their life off the first interaction. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to see my people intelligent and not being, you know, destroyed or held back by these public education system because they don't understand the African mind and things like that. So that's the type of power I hope to achieve. And if I don't achieve it in my lifetime, then I hope that somebody else understands that aspect of power and try to achieve that. So like, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to have the power to commit crime or have niggas selling drugs. I don't want to be a Tony Montana. That's nigga dreams. I don't want to.
Right.
I want to have the power to say, "What you mean you drinking mud water?" Nah, you know what I'm saying. Send a team over, build a village for them. Build. You know what I mean, I want to have that kind of power where I could run through America, run through Africa, and change motherfuckers' lives every 30 days on a global scale.
I feel that.
Absolutely.
Amazing answer. All right, y'all. I don't know if y'all know, but Young Pharaoh has his own website. I'm about to pull it up real quick, and then I'll let him explain what it's all about. Okay, YP.
All right, now, click where it say Pharaoh Island University first, so I can walk the people through.
Okay.
Oh, you might be logged in, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, so they might. I don't know what they're gonna see. All right, cool, y'all. Well, this is my website, youngpharaoh.net.
Maybe I can go. Hold on.
No, you good, bro. Good. That's straight. If you go to youngpharaoh.net, you click login, it'll take you to this page. This is a subscription-based website. If it's your first time subscribing, use the coupon YouTube YP when you subscribe, and then they give you a discount. And the reason that I say that is, and the reason I created this website is because I know how social media give it up. If you're saying too much real shit on there, they will block you and ban you. And so I'm humble to all environments, man. I know when I'm not at home field. We don't own social media, you know what I mean? And we just don't. So I don't go as hard on my YouTube, whether it be facts or not, because if you look up the YouTube guidelines, they say even if something is historical and it's intellectually accurate, they still will consider that shit hateful or harmful content. So me being a history teacher, a Black history teacher, certain things I just can't put on YouTube because my YouTube actually helps a lot of people. I've had people that was suicidal say that, you know, I've helped them out, and I'm not willing to jeopardize my YouTube channel to please people that just want to hear something that they can subscribe for. So my thing is, what my personal website allows me to do is it allows me to benefit off my work. So that way I'm not just being a slave, and, you know, my job is to provide information to my people for free for nothing, because I'm not going out like that. No disrespect. Y'all see what y'all did to Dr. Ben. He provided information to y'all for over 50 years. Y'all let that man die in a nursing home. And so, you know, I'm not going out like that. I don't want my kids to all they have is a pat on the back and, you know, your father did this, that, and the third, but they ain't got shit because y'all don't really want to support. I'm not going out like that. So I put my work in my website. You know, if I'm worth a pack of draws, because that's all it is a pack of boxers. If I'm not worth a pack of boxers, then fuck you too. But if you go subscribe to youngpharaoh.net, I probably got damn near 150 to 200 pieces of content. I update it every 2 weeks to a month. Constant lectures, long and short. My short lectures be like 30 minutes to an hour and a half, and my regular lectures is nothing less than an hour and a half. Some of them shits is 3 hours, some of them shits is 4 hours. So it's nothing but just content there. And I keep my website so that way not only can I always preserve my work, but if anything ever happens to any of my social medias, all of my information is there. And the way that I updated this site is you can now interact with each other, not only in the post that you just seen on the Pharaoh Island University main page, but in the comment sections of the videos, y'all can talk to each other and build. So, you know, if you're watching a video, y'all can, you know, if you subscribed in there, you can leave a comment, y'all can reply to each other and interact with each other. So this is like my private website. to where if you want, you know, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not knocking at nobody's door telling them to change their life. But if you want the information, you could come get it. You know what I'm saying? I got it somewhere where you can get it. You can be, you know, in the privacy of your own home. My website works. I got it updated. I did really well. I switched platforms. Shout out to my boy Throne Technologies. This website works very well, whether you got Wi-Fi or not. If you on your phone or your computer, it's gonna still run good, so you can watch these lectures on your phone, computer. If you can pull it up on your TV, that too. So, I mean, subscribe to youngpharaoh.net, and I mean, go get that work.
Hey, so I really, really appreciate you coming through, Young Pharaoh, taking the time out to speak with me and Kim. I look up to you as an intellectual and a teacher and a scholar, and me finding out about you put me on the road to not only my consciousness but us talking right now. So I appreciate you. Kim, is there anything you'd like to say to Young Pharaoh before we head out?
I mean, I've been watching you since I was 15. It's been almost 6 years. So the fact that I'm just sitting here, just talking, I'm life is completed. So the life is finally completed. So so thank you so much because like I remember having like an actual roots awakening when I was 9. And so, you know, just the little stuff that, you know, people my age used to, the stuff that I would just see like on that was trending. But when I was 15, I saw you, then I saw SETI, then I saw Ase, then I saw, you know, Justin Powell, and like I will watch you guys almost every day just learning. And then that's when I finally started taking books seriously in my just thank you for actually being like the reason why I want to be here, you know, learning and pushing forward. Because, you know, it's kind of scary when you're younger, you don't know anything, you know, in certain levels. So me like finally catching you, and I'm glad that I did catch you at an age like that. Like, thanks for just being the start of it.
Listen, I appreciate that from both of y'all. And if I'm smiling and it seems weird, I'm still getting used to accepting compliments and things like that, because I'm probably the most non-egotistical person you've ever met. So I just be humble and appreciative, because I mean, I've been through so many things in life. I know it's only reason I'm here is divine purpose. So, you know, I don't do what I do for people to say thank you very much. When people do, I'm still learning how to accept good energy. But you know, I appreciate this platform. I appreciate what y'all got going on and where y'all going. And you know, any role that I could play in the development of this platform or pulling up here, you know, I'm gonna definitely play that role. Studi, you definitely my boy, you're my brother, you're intelligent, and you're gonna take this platform where it needs to be. Kim, you're definitely intelligent, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're gonna definitely do your thing. And like I said, man, I thank y'all for having me. I'm whenever y'all want me back, let me know, we can work it out. And you know, I'm gonna play my role, you know, in y'all lives and anybody else's lives, as far as, you know, helping us develop and go where we want to go.
Oh, big facts. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's so fire. Kim, can you show them what you rocking?
Oh, yeah. I'm short.
We got the 747 angel number hoodies and shirts. Hoodies are $30. Shirts are $20. And also this is a new shirt. I got the Hotep Squidward. So if y'all want that, $20.
Oh yeah, now I need both. Listen, where can I get them from?
All you gotta do is hit the Cash App. DM me if anybody wants it, and I make them personally, and then I ship them out. And yeah,
was she got the only color, or y'all got different colors?
No, we got all colors and all sizes. Just tell me, and I go get it.
All right, yeah, because I need a color. Because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you up. I'm gonna wear that thing a couple times. So I need a color where it could be universal, where I could, you know what I mean?
Right.
But
hey, I know you like yellow. You want the yellow and black one?
But I can't wear it as much as I want. If I get a yellow,
right.
I'm gonna have on yellow. But like if I get a black and white one,
right.
You know what I mean? I could rock that thing, and people could, you know, where you get that from? And I go, oh. So yeah, we're gonna figure that out. Shoot me a DM. But I want that. I definitely want that Hotel Squidward shirt. I definitely want that hoodie Kim guy. So I'm gonna get with y'all on
that. Appreciate that. Yeah. So yeah, y'all just hit me in the DMs. Our Instagram's been scrolling all night. Just hit us up or hit her up, and she'll, let me know what's going on. So we're gonna leave with love and good energy. Like always, y'all have a good night. See y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.